is going to be, as you can see, it was modern camping versus bushcraft camps, and there should be variations on that, because there's car camping and there's all different styles of camping. Um, whether you're using a modern tent setup, like a military surplus light fighter, or you can use like I have in my everyday carry. I have my Big Agnes copper spur. That's really cool. To going something a little bit more bushcrafty, and just going with a supervised shelter, for just a tarp cover setup. Now, there's variations on even on those. I mean, I back here, I even have a French Army Commando tent, which I used for modern camping and stuff like that. I just modified it a bit with some trekking poles and stuff like that to make it a little bit more lightweight. Now, reducing weight is a good thing, especially when you're packing it on your back, obviously. Now, whether you're using straight water bottles or you're using something other than that, because I mean, myself, I do a lot of drink mixes in addition to my normal water setups. I do have my Nalgene bottle. I do have some 3 liter hydration bladder that I carry, as well as I do have modern water filters and also water purification tablets, those kind of things. Whether you want to sit around and wait for your water to boil in a coffee pot, or do you want to use something a little bit more modern and just use coffee pods or instant coffee or whatever you got. Now, myself, it's not that difficult to uh, be a little bit more flexible, because you never know what you're going to acquire, when you're going to acquire it, and if you're going to have the money to acquire stuff. I mean, you may not have the money to buy vintage camp gear, or even like such as cold weather equipment such as this. But I mean, it's not that it's an inconvenience, but not necessarily difficult. Now you can go full on bushcraft, and this is one of my parts of my fire kit, and this is another part of the fire kit. Now you see they're kind of bulky. I try to streamline it with this one. This one's got a little bit of everything, so it's not that bad. But it doesn't have everything I need. I mean, it's got some tea lights, it's got some other stuff that, some blanket pins, that kind of thing. So you never know what you're going to need. And whether you're going to go with something a little bit more modern for car camping or, modern camping, you could use a little portable fire pit such as this. If you want to go a little bit more bushcrafty and go, this is the same technology as that. This is a little bit more packable and bushcrafty, because you're both using twigs basically, and they're both very viable options. Now you could just do the simple twig method, or you could do chemical balance, whatever. There's variations. Myself, I do a combination of both depending on the circumstances and what I'm there to do. Now, if I'm doing a bushcraft encampment, I do have tarps and things for that setup. I have sleeping pads, trekking poles, that kind of thing. Now, those aren't common bushcraft items, but I do have axes. I do have saws and things like that I would use for bushcraft. But in conjunction with that, depending on what the situation is, obviously, what circumstances, I will go full on backpacking mode if I need to, because it's one of those things that I can do because I have that option. I have those skill sets. Now, is either one of the better than the other? I personally don't think so. Now, me, I do a lot of things because they allow me to do a lot of the things I love to do, like archery. Archery is a big thing of what I love to do, and some of these things allow me to do those things. Whether it is having the option of a takedown arrows or cooking coffee over a campfire. Coffee's a must, by the way. Got mine right there. Now, not everybody is going to have everything they need for this. Not everybody is going to be in the same mindset, but be flexible, because having the skills, not necessarily the tools, but the skills that the tools are up here. And if you have those skills up there, then you will be able to be mentally flexible given the circumstances. Whether you're doing just a simple overnight backpacking trip or a car camping trip where you're sleeping in the back of your pickup truck, or you can be going full on version and go in there, build your debris shelter, that kind of thing in the woods, and sleeping without a fire in the middle of winter. If you're up to that, more power to you. I am not, but hey, there it is what it is. Now, there's a lot of things that people do that are good for that kind of thing. Now, like I said, I thrift a lot of my gear. You can buy high end gear if you choose to. I choose not to. Um, some of them were gifts, some of them were purchased, some were brand new, some a lot more than a few were purchased secondhand and or repurposed to be what I needed it to be. Now, this right here, this pouch, for instance, this is my fire pouch, but it's not just a fire pouch. I use it for a little bit of survival kit too, but that's beside the point. But I found this in the pet section at Stuffs in Des Moines for $3. Now, as you can see, it is set up. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Sorry, forgive me. Set up for Molly. So it's a Molly web system. So I could clap it to my backpack anywhere, shape, or form. My backpack is down here. I've got my other bushcraft bag, which is an old uh, military issue Alice pack. Same thing. Now, I have different backpacks for different situations, depending on what I'm doing. Now, my everyday carry is just a regular everyday backpack, OD green. Why? Because I like that color. Not because it's military, just because I like that color. Now, other things is that, give me a second here. You don't have to spend $100 on a silky saw or anything like that. You can go old school and get something like this old school folding pruning saw. Now, it's not the most high end anything. I mean, they probably sell about 20, $25 nowadays on eBay. And it does lock in with a simple wing nut, as you can see. But that give you significant cutting power for, processing your firewood and that kind of thing. Now, I have both modern and regular everyday hatchets. I do not own a full-on size axe at this time. I used to, but that was acquired by somebody whoever stole my trailer last year. So that remains to be seen. What's next on my list? Hey, Groundfog, how you doing, brother? Glad you could make it. Which do you prefer, or do you have no preference? Because you don't have to have one or the other. You can have both. I have both, depending on what my situation is. Now, having the skills and the mindset for both is, key. So I know you have your Discord channel and stuff like that. You guys discuss prepping and survival skills and stuff like that. I want to know what your opinion is. I'm kind of really curious. But I do have one weakness for those people who know it. I'll give this one here because it's got the word on it. Coffee. Tea's okay. Coffee's better. Oh my gosh. So, that being said, the skills can make up for lacks in both areas. I mean, if you like modern car camping, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have $1,000 gear that weighs next to nothing, that like modern backpacker, like ultralight backpackers use, nothing wrong with that. But if you have that gear and you use it, great. If you have it and you don't use it, that's my opinion. I have a lot of gear that I can't use yet, but I'm working on it. Now, what do you have? Bushcraft gear or modern camping gear, Groundfog? I'm just asking since you're here. I see there's 4 people here now, so that means there's 3 people that was besides myself that was here now. So I need to know who's all here besides Ground Fog and myself. And please, as the saying says right here, please like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it if you will. Now, I have gear for all situations. Now, do I have enough to cover all those situations? No. Do I have a modern camper? Oh, heck no. I don't have the money or the space for that. But I do have some high-end tents. Did I cost me an arm and a leg? No, because I thrift the crap out of everything I got. Even some of the exceptions, I have exceptions on my exceptions. So I'm just curious. What is your guys' preferences? Why is your preferences? Just curious because I just want to hear your logic on that. And also, yeah, if you give me a moment, I am going to get out of this heavier shirt. I've got a shirt underneath here because I was outside working on my truck. Oh crap! There goes my hearing aid. Yes, I got my hearing aids in, folks. I can hear you better. Now I am going to see if I can hook up to my computer here. There's no guarantee I will be able to, but I'm at least. Okay, now, can you still hear me, Ground Fog? Please let me know. I got to put my hat back on because I don't like not having a hat because my head, my forehead's big enough. I don't need it. My head to swell any bigger. Gotta keep it clamped down. Now, gear aside, whether you own it or not, bushcraft minimal is more about skills. Modern camping is more about the gear. There's no rules saying anywhere you can't have both. Now, myself, I will definitely love really cheap $2 items I find somewhere like this. Now, with a solar panel, as you can see, the spotlight, which you can also see, no heat, a little heat there, not much, but I do my best. So, that being said, I need to hear from people here. Comment. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate it if you would. Thank you. I'm showing no one in at the moment. I got 2 people watching. I guess myself and Ground Fog, hopefully. It says Ground Fog does run his own Discord channel for those people who are interested. And Ground Fog, if you want to list your Discord channel down in the chat, please do. I really appreciate it because I am going to do something for you, Ground Fog. I haven't done yet, which I am really sad. And oh, I did already. Okay, you're already a moderator. I thought I hadn't done that yet, and I'm glad I did. Now, my gear, like I said, runs the gambit from simple alcohol stoves to modern propane stoves. Now, do I have expensive high-end stoves? Yes. Do I have really light, cheapy stoves? Well, yes. It just depends on the situation and what I'm using it for. My bushcraft setup, I have wood gas stoves, and I have ways to add. Wait a second here, I'll show you. I got a tripod set up for that purpose, as you can see here. And yes, I do own one of these kind of grill sets. It's in my living kitchen right now. being used as a stand because we didn't have one. But yeah, things are just a matter of how you do your gear and what you are comfortable with using. Like I said for myself, I mean, gear is could be anything. Like this right here, this shirt. Got it for Christmas for my sister because she didn't know what to get me. Simple base layer, but it's lightweight, it's moisture wicking, and it's very comfortable. Just a little long because I'm a little warm right now. Now I do have a temperature gauge set up in here somewhere. I'm just not sure where I put it, but I will probably bring that in later. So I thought I had it hanging in here, but I just can't remember what I do with it. So is anybody going to say anything? Please put a 1 in the chat at the very least, a pen, put a period, wave, a heart, the middle finger, something. I want to interact as much as if you're here, I'm sure you want to interact as well. So I see that there's 2 of you in here. I know the third person's me, but still. Now, do I have more moderate gear? Yeah, I got drones. I got that kind of thing. I've got takedown bows. I've got full one-piece bows. I even have some firearms. You won't see those. I got swords. I even got swords. But as you can see, I like using oil lamps a lot, especially in emergency situations. So if the power goes out, that comes on along with the others that I have. They provide heat, they provide light, and comfort. Also, I'm in this live. I am going to be doing another opening of my latest advent calendar. As you can see, it's upside down. That's right. I got this from a bin store for $2, and I have quite a few different things. I'm going to go over the 5 that I got so far, but I'm going to open up one more, I guess, which is going to be number 6 tonight, which is this one. It's a big one, looks like. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of size I get. Because the first one was this really big one right here. So I'm hoping I'm going to get a really nice big one there because it's going to be interesting. It's got 2 big ones in the side, and then the rest of them are going to be like lengthwise, as you can see. So if I get about 10 people in here saying that they want to see what's next, let me know. Because one thing I do plan to do with every one of these lures, in the summertime, I plan on using 1 a day to catch the appropriate fish for that lure. Now, I am not a fisherman. I never claimed to be a fisherman. I will be using each and every one to catch the appropriate fish for that particular lure. Now, will I get one? I have no idea. But I will be recording it. But this is the first one I got. Remember, I paid $2 for this. That is, one of those pallet bin stores. Here's the second one. I kind of like the blue on that one with the spoon on there. The third one is a weight shaped like a fish, a minnow, with a feathered tail. The third and fourth ones, the third one is a spoon with a single hook. That's the one. It's the first one that didn't have a treble hook on it, which is kind of surprising. The last one was the first spinner I've gotten so far. Now, I've used this style before quite a bit in the past. Now, I thrifted these basically for $2 because of where you've been, where I got this in West Des Moines. They have different days at different prices. They start off at $10, and each day they go down. I was there when it was on the $2 day. and I may or may not be going again tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm waiting to see if we get enough people in here where I can open day 6. And like I said, I am going to go back and take all these fish each day until I catch the fish in question. Now, I'm going to have to use Google Glass to figure out which one is for what fish, because I normally don't know what that's going to be, because I don't consider myself a fisherman. Can I fish? Yes. Am I a fisherman? No. Okay, it's almost 23 after, and I still don't have anybody up here on chat and anything other than Ground Fog waving at me like this. Ground Fog, are you okay, or are you just listening? I did find one of my new, older everyday carries that I misplaced. I didn't realize I found. It's not this one. It's in my pocket, but I got a small version of this, but zip tied open for it can't be discharged, that I carry in my wallet, my pocket. Now I have a lot of different gear that I carry, and I'm not sure if you guys can handle a pocket dump for me, because when I go to the doctor and they ask me to take my weight, and I said, can I take the gear out of my pockets first? They said, okay. Then I take my hat off and start loading my pocket up. It ends up being like 5 or 6 pounds worth of gear. So I think that's kind of cool. Let's go through that. I mean, I got fire starters upon fire starters just that I carry. Now, I got my ferro rods. Yeah, this is the Colan. I'm a big fan of Colans, folks. Always have been. Now, this is here something my wife got me. A simple boomstick for keep my sinuses clear. One of two flashlights I carry on me. A Sheffield knife. It doesn't. You guys don't realize that it's Sheffield, but it is Sheffield, as you can see. I broke the tip off, and I had to That's the closest I can get to redoing the point on that one. Now, can I shave with that? Not right now. I've been using it for pretty much everything. Opening boxes, that kind of thing. Pocket dump time. Truck keys and house keys with a carabiner and paracord. This is one of the ones that got the little tools on it. Knife number 2. This is a tack force. Picked this up for $5 at a flea market, and it has a caduceus on there. That's what, because I used to be an Army medic and an EMT here in Iowa. The Magnesium block and striker. Keys, as well as my dog tags when I was in the service. Here's one Bic lighter. This is the refillable one from Garage Grown Gear. Did I put that other one in? Well, I guess I didn't. My wallet is in this. I'm not getting that out. I got some stuff in there too. And last but not least, I carry my Gerber suspension and my piece of Jasper, which I use for a striker for my steel and flint and steel, which is I carry in my bag. Now, that's basic stuff. That's not even through my pack or anything else. But I do need this thing here. I got 2 of these, and that thing, I keep that as full as freaking possible. It's refillable, like I said, it's butane. So it's not like having one of these. You can see it doesn't really burn very well. But that one's like almost dead, as you can see. Now, give me a second here. Now, this is what I was telling you about before, my little simple big lighter that I keep zip tied open. That way it can't be discharged. This is a brand new one. First thing I did, zip tie it. That way this doesn't happen. So there's that. But I've got two of these. One here. And technically I do have a secondary one right there. Also zip tied. And I got a ferro rod, multiple ferro rods that I carry throughout my gear. Oh, so that's what I've got so far, folks. I mean, if there's anybody else who wants to do anything, please feel free. If you want to come on up, you can come on up. We've been live for 26 minutes and 35 seconds, and I've been yapping ever since. Yes, I have the ability to yammer on fairly quickly, extensively, apparently. Now, do I have other items that I could probably be pulling out and showing off? Yes, I do. Now, do I have them readily available? Probably not, because I am notorious for putting something down after I pick it. I bring it in, I set it down, and I probably forget where I put it. But I do. Tried one thing I was looking for. This is what the temperature is inside. And to me, this is like really freaking hot. So I have to go turn the heat down because I am freaking burning up in here. You okay, hon? I had to turn the heat down. It was at 72, and I was like sweating. It's 52 degrees today. I was sweating. 41%. That's jumped up about almost 10% last time I looked. Okay, sorry about that. Had to turn the overall heat down to 70. Now, just because I do bushcraft and archery and thrifting and everything doesn't mean that's all I do, but that's what I do right now because that's what I can afford to do. Grandpa, what's the temperature where you're at? Kind of curious. Oh, if you guys were wondering, this is one of those old-fashioned toy pieces. I think it was from Leapfrog that I acquired from Arby's, an Arby's toy. But it's a little periscope. And yes, it does work. So it'll be great for like people wouldn't see what you have there. You know, like look around the corner and someone can't see you. Just don't discount toys, folks. So there's that. I'm going to put some of this stuff back in my pocket. Because I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Lighter, keys, ferrod, Olight, flashlight, number 1. big knife. I do have another Olight here somewhere. I'm just not sure where I put it. I set it down and I misplaced it already. I am notorious for putting things down and forgetting where I put them. I'm not sure what I do, how I do that, but I do a lot apparently. So if anybody's going to say anything, I can see that I got 4 people in here, but I have nobody saying anything. And 4 likes. I got 4 likes. Hey, that's always a bonus. I've been going for 31 minutes and no one else has said anything but me. Now, I need your guys' opinion. What is your preference? Modern style camping, like backpacking, car camping, trailers, tents, bushcraft, just straight tarp, sleeping on the ground, cowboy camping. I don't have the last setup. My boy does, but I don't. Do you prefer using chemical hand warmers versus? Hey, Cliff, how you doing, brother? Tent camping is the fun way. I have camped in all ways except for campers. I don't really sleep in campers because I never owned one. Well, wrong. Let me correct myself. When I was a kid, we had a pop-up camper. My family did. I didn't personally own one, but that's the last time I actually slept in a camper, to be fair. Now, the rest of it's either been car camping, truck camping, tent camping, backpacking, bushcraft camping. One time sleeping out underneath a picnic table with a tarp because I didn't have anything else. That was miserable, by the way. And cold weather camping in a vehicle because I was homeless. So that one I don't recommend for anybody. I'm starting to cool down here now that I've got the heat turned off. Well, turned down, I should say. Now, for modern style camping, I do use something, even with my everyday carry. I carry a Big Agnes Q-Core SL insulated. Now, that's a 4.5 R value sleeping pad that is very comfortable to use, especially in most situations. It's pretty durable too, but I still put layers underneath it to protect it, to keep it from being punctured. And I do have punctured kits for that purpose too. I got multiple. I got at least 2 over here right now. Now, Cliff, I know you guys owned a camper, so I'm sure you camped out in that growing up. Now, I know you camped in tents because I've seen you do it, But what style of tent do you prefer? Big honking ones you can stand up in? Though I do like my medieval pavilion because I like the glamping. I call it glamping style. Or do you prefer something you just crawl in and snuggle up in your sleep gear, which would be like your sleeping bag or whatever you use, and crash that way? Or do you want to, go on total bushcraft stuff and just build yourself a big debris pile and burrow in? Because there's so many different ways you can do it. I'm not sure how, but the temperature went up, dudes. It literally went up. It was at 72. It went up to 73. No clue why it did it. I turned the heat down 2 degrees. And we went up to a degree in here. By the way, this is one of my newest acquisitions. One of the few things I bought brand new because I wanted to keep track of my temperatures. I'll post this one more time. I thought, sure, why I don't have it. So that's what I got, guys. Hey, Cleveland, how you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it for being here. So which one do you prefer? Car camping, modern style camping, like in a tent, camper, that kind of thing? Or do you prefer like a tent? Or would you rather have a bushcraft type shelter or full on clamp like Airstream RV kind of deal? Everybody has their preferences, I know, but I'm curious what your preference is. Myself, I got my coffees that I do like my modern style coffees. I can forage for stuff. I have some allergies, so I have to be careful when I forage. So fungi are out, nuts are out. So I end up having to forage for a lot of other alternatives. Berries are really good. Tea made from pine needle tea is always good. Sassafras tea is really good if you find some sassafras. So let me know what you think, guys. Let's hear what you got. I'm curious. Let me see. Can I do that or not? Let me see. Let me see what I can do here. Where is it? I know I have an option here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. What can I do? Nope, that's not it. My wife just said something to my son, and it was really funny. That was funny, love. I was very creative. I am going to try to see if I can do a questionnaire on this thing, but I'm not sure if I can. There we go. Hey, Cliff.
Do a handstand.
I can't do a handstand
You
anymore.
said you were going to try to do something, and that's to do a handstand.
I said you do something.
No, you do something. You do a handstand. I heard you clearly say, I'm going to try to do, and then I clicked onto this and muted the other one, so I assumed you were going to do a handstand.
Nah. Okay, I'll stand on my hand, but I can't kneel that much. Does that count?
Yeah, but if you can't kneel, then you can't squat, which means you can't stand on your hand.
Wrong, because I can do something that most people don't realize I can do. Give me a second here. I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. It's not exactly the same thing, but I'm going to move some gear out of the way. This is really weird. I've been able to do this ever since I was a kid. Even when I was really heavy, I've been able to do this, which is really funny. Okay. I stood on my hands.
That's a finger stand.
You didn't specify.
Your fingers are part of your hand, but they're not the entire hand.
You didn't specify that, now did you?
I said hand stand.
Well, I didn't
definition, that would be the hand, not the fingers.
Well, I'd probably do a little bit further, but I need a little bit more stretching of my back to do that properly. But a portable hotel, I can understand. They do have the new inflatable tents that are like hot tents and stuff. I'm not sure if you've seen those, Cliff.
Yeah.
Adventures with Spankman has one, and he uses a pellet stove with his.
Yeah, so
And
does Alec, I think his name is.
who's Alec? I need a point of reference
Oh,
here.
sorry.
I know a lot of Alex. You're trying to find him. Okay, let me know when you find out. Now, is it you're talking about the 5-star Hilton type situation, Molly? With
That
room
was the
service?
wrong goddamn page.
And if you're camping with Jason, he cooks a dream anyway, so you get room service anyway. The only thing you don't have is built-in bathrooms, which is one of the downsides of minimalist bushcraft camping. Right, Cliff?
Yes.
Because I mean, digging a cat hole and doing your business in that is not what you call ideal.
No, it is not. Will it suffice? Yes. Is it ideal?
It's
100%.
recommended, yes, because go to the bathroom responsibly. Don't poop on the trail. Don't poop where you live. I've got my hearing aids in today, so you're hearing me through those. Unless it depends on if my mic is working on my computer. I'm not sure which, but I'm hearing you through my hearing aids.
Gotcha. So yeah, the channel name is Atik Alessi, or well, it's he changed it to Atik Family, ATIC Family, and he does. He's got a bunch of hot inflatable tents, and he does hot tank camping in those.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Snowstorm and an air tent. Okay. 4 years ago. Whew.
Oh, he's done some recent ones, but he's
6 days ago. But that's on a trailer.
Yeah, he's got different versions, different models. He's got 2 rooms, a couple of decent sized ones.
Hey, Cecilia.
Hey, Cecilia, how's it going?
And hey, Jason, if he's back in there, and hey, Molly, just to be on the safe side. If I hadn't done it earlier.
Oh, yeah, Molly is in there. Good evening, Molly.
Now, and Groundhog is here too, as per usual. And somebody new was in here, Cleveland. 351 Cleveland.
Yeah, but the Cleveland Browns suck.
Oh, you just want to start a fight, don't you?
Yes, I do. But the Browns suck. The Indians are decent.
You love the movies, just admit it.
Those were good movies. No, but in all honesty, the Cleveland Browns suck.
Sorry, Cleveland. No, I've done all versions of camping, except for the debris hut. I have never gotten that far because I've always used alternative materials to use because my scrounging skills are pretty good. The tarp over a picnic table in the rain was my most miserable one because it was borderline freezing rain, hail, and I didn't have a sleep system or anything like that. I would just in my
clothes. You gotta have a really large tarp for that too.
No, it did not go over the benches. It went over and straight down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have gone over the seats.
My tarp wasn't big enough for that.
That's what I'm saying. When you do that, you have to have a really big tarp.
That one was kind of an emergency situation, and I didn't have much available at the time. This is when I first started getting into all this stuff, and I got the cheapest tarp I could find at Walmart. In the camping section, little 5x7 tarps.
Ooh, yeah, no. Oh, those are terrible. I hate those tarps.
No, they are good emergency things, but I would not use them for anything other than a ground sheet.
Yeah, they're good for small windbreaks and canopy shelter. So if it's You can use it as a shade canopy, and that's about it. But other than that, that's like a last minute ditch effort. I mean, you're better
Now,
off with some of the ponchos that they make.
well, like
Or
this is what
used
I
to
got
make.
now. You've seen these. I've done a whole video series on all of these last year, and that one is freaking huge. Like 12 by 15 or 16. Big backpacking style tarps that are people who tarp camp. Why I got them? Because I had a deal and I could not pass it up, and I'm not going to. Oh, I do have some really cool things I was going to show you. I got a message from SD Mountain Man. He finally got his stove.
Yeah, it only took him like 3 weeks.
No, it took him more than a minute because the first one, he ordered it. They canceled his order and gave him his money back because they sold out before he could get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he went for this last one he got, I found for him for $50. Good price. And he finally got it in. He sent me a message on Facebook. And I will show you the video that I got for it because I think it was really cool. And let's see if I can get this thing to come up here. Okay, there we go. That way, I'll share this with you guys because I think
They
it's
do
really
still
cool.
make them. Ooh.
Make what?
Specific poncho tarp that I'm looking for.
Okay, this is the one he just got. Not what he really wanted because it has that side window. He wasn't really sure about how safe and those things are.
It's tempered thermal glass.
I'm not going to run the voice on it, but this one here, I mean, it's still got everything you need. It's got the vent system and front view window. But the thing it doesn't, but look at this. That thing is blowing out some serious heat.
That is drawing flames like crazy.
There's only one thing. There's a couple things missing. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
elbow and a spark arrest.
spark arrest, and it does not have a damper. So I offered to help him. By the way,
Oh, it has a damper.
No, it doesn't.
That does.
No, it doesn't.
Just doesn't have a flue pipe damper.
Well, he wants a flue pipe damper.
Is that silver knob on the bottom?
There's nothing.
That's
That's just
damper.
a door handle. What that's just an vent hole. I got the same thing on mine.
That's still a damper.
Mine came with a damper too, but his doesn't have the rain cap. Spark arrest. I'm going to be acquiring one day after tomorrow for only $5 from a local person here in just outside town in the next town over, because they ordered one, they got two. They don't need two spark arrests for $5. I can't beat the price.
No, and, for $5 that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Oh, give me a second here. Oh, that's not it. And let me close this out here. Let me. Give me a second here. Oh. That's what I'll be picking up on Saturday. Which is not bad considering it's got the little setups for guy lines. So,
yep.
And I have an extra damper, which I bought for another stove that I was buying that didn't have one, and I didn't need it once my new one came in. I bought this one thinking I was going to need it. The new one doesn't need it. I had one already, so I'm gonna sell him this one for the same price I bought it for, and the other one for $5. That's what I bought it for. So that way he has everything he needs to be able to use his hot tent safely without causing sparks to go everywhere and things like that. But that's what friends do. They help each other out. Now, am I doing it for free? No. But it's going to be helpful because I mean, like I said, I've got a bigger version of this. This is a little one, but at least it gives him the option to adjust. And the stovepipe's the same size too, so that helps too. Cliff, are you okay? You're making a face.
No, I'm just staring at the screen over here.
What are you looking at?
Tarps. Hydro tarps.
Oh, I found something out really interesting. Um, I was over at Dollar Tree the other day,
Okay.
and I found I think it was a 10 by 20 tarp at Dollar Tree.
You should have gotten it.
Well, I didn't have any money at the time. I mean, the fact that they had them there, I was actually kind of surprised. I mean, yes, they had the smaller ones, but these were just like,
Yeah, sometimes Dollar Tree has weird stuff. Even the Dollar Tree by my house has stuff like that every now and then.
oh, forgive me, it was not 10 by 20, it was a 10 by 10, but still.
10 by 10 is pretty decent.
Give me a second here. For $4.99, if you don't have the budget for it, it's not bad. So I'm just waiting for that to pull up. But thing is, I was thinking, what can I do if I had no budget? Just go in and see what I could build. I do that for fun when I go into Dollar Tree, see what they have. But if you're getting it at the right time of year, you can find a lot of stuff. Like I've seen the magnesium fire starters there from time to time.
Yeah, don't trust
Now,
those.
are they the best quality? No.
No, they're going to be like the super Chinese branded knockoffs that people are going to buy them for like the $1.50, $2 that they sell them for, or $3.50. You're going to
$5
go out there and try to
nowadays.
use it, and you're going to die.
I mean, it's not as good as my Coglins, you know.
Yeah, I've got mine somewhere again. I don't know where. Oh, actually, mine's sitting right here.
I actually I really do like my Coglins. I mean, if I could get sponsored by Coglins, I'd be really happy because a lot of my gear is Coglins.
I don't even remember who made this bar. I've had this thing for so long.
I just dropped something. Like, oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. It doesn't say on the side.
Well, it does sort of, but again, I've had this thing for so long.
I actually use mine from time to time. I gotta try something.
They give you the U.S. patent number, sort of.
If you see a light over here to my right, that's because I got my closet open, and my closet's usually about 4 or 5 degrees cooler than the rest of the room.
So mine's actually a Doan bar. It's not actually a Coglins.
Don't. I've actually used Doans before. They're not bad.
Oh no, this thing throws sparks and shaves like crazy.
Now here's the one from Dollar Tree, Cliff. That's not bad. You know?
No, that's going to be a super light duty tarp.
Oh yeah, it's not meant to be heavy duty.
Yeah, I've seen those tarps at the Dollar Tree by my house, or well, one of the Dollar Trees by my house.
Now, in that case, what I would do with something like that, I'd buy as many as I could physically. I mean, that one's going for $3.28. You know, but that's if you buy a case. You know, I'm not going to be able to buy a case, obviously, but how many? I don't know how many's in the case because it didn't. Oh,
they're usually about those ones. I think about 10 per case.
It said 37 per case.
No, in stock 37 cases.
Right. Let's see. Does it say somewhere on here where how many? No, it doesn't even say. It just says
it's usually about I think it's usually about 10 because those are fairly small tarps and it's a fairly small box.
Yeah. So if you get about 10 of those, that's like $35 or $6 or whatever. And you know what you could do with that many tarps that size?
Yeah.
You could layer up and you can make. You have options. You can make them use them as ponchos. You can use them for just what they're used for. But you'd have to double and triple check your grommets because they would probably tear like tissue paper.
Oh yeah, those grommets are gonna fall out mad easy. You're not gonna be able to put more than a couple pounds worth of pressure on them. That's why I recommend using bungee cords.
Even
Everyone
that,
says it sounds weird, but no, always bungee cord works fantastic for grommet ends because you can plug it in, still keep it semi-tight, and the elasticity gives some leeway or some give. That way you don't have to rip out your grommets in high wind.
well,
It just kind of stretches and then goes back.
I've got some of these. This came in a 4-pack of tie outs that I got from, of all places, Ace Hardware for $7.
Huh.
Now, the clips were bought separately, just to let you know, because I added those because these are going to be for supporting my stovepipe.
Yeah,
my
makes sense.
And
Reflective skyline so you don't trip on them at night.
Yeah, well, yeah, this one's definitely reflective. And it came with the little tensioners. Yeah. So only thing I did is I just tied it to the other end, and I can clip it onto where I have it. Now, only thing I'm going to probably do is I'm going to purchase these longer orange ones from Walmart.
Yeah, the aluminum stakes.
Yeah, because I can tie, a lanyard here, and I could, hook them up through that instead of trying to hook this something around here, and it'll not do anything.
Yeah, that's why they put the hole in there, because you're not really going to tie anything down to those little tiny notches that they put in those fins.
No, I mean, I've used this one before, as you can see, but I like these. These are longer than the standard ones that my tent came with, actually, because my tent ones got the 6-inch ones, the black ones, about that big, from here to here. But the 7-inch or the 9-inch ones, let me see, what is this?
I think those are 8 inches.
I got my tape measure here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I'm verifying. This one is 9, actually.
Oh, wow.
So this is not bad for what I need. And as you can see, what I told you about Coglins.
Yeah, no, they're good steaks. You can pick those up for, I think they're like $1.50 or $2 a piece, something like that.
Walmart. They're at Walmart.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap at Walmart.
And this color you can see. Now I don't know how
in the daytime, not at night.
Well, there's one way to find out, but flashlight. You'll be able to see that than you would a black one. But
most people stick their tent stakes pretty much all the way in the ground. That way, you're not tripping over tent stakes.
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. Is I'm not using this is just a shoestring, mind you. I'm using this as an example. I get some more of this material and run it through the guide line and just hook it up through here instead of because that way it's still reflective, and I could go all the way to the ground and still see it. You know what I mean? But the only issue is that these guy lines are only 12 feet long, which can be a problem. But that remains to be seen because I haven't been tested out in.
I mean, you could just go and buy some reflective paracord. You can get like 50-foot hanks for like $5.
Right, I've got some somewhere. I'm just not sure where I put it at the moment.
I don't recommend getting the reflective utility cord style guy line. That stuff is expensive. You get like 50 feet and it's like $14. Like this stuff here.
Yeah, that's basically what this is.
Expensive.
Well, this right here, 4 of these, with minus the clip, mind you, $7.
Yeah, I had to buy 2 of these just to get enough cordage for my tent, so I could redo all my tent lines.
I can get that because the ones that came with my tent were reflective already. Like with the let me show you. Give me a second here. Here's the ones for the stakes.
Yeah, no, the orange isn't fine. The orange is fine, but those black tent stakes are going to be You're better off using a black tent stakes for cornering down the like edges of your tent.
That's what I use them for. Like I said, I'm going to replace a lot of these. I mean, also there's a big difference is this.
Yeah, about an inch and a half.
But no, probably about 3 inches.
Well, if you line them up in the first place, it's easier to tell.
See? These right here are, what did I do with it? I set my freaking tape measure down again and I misplaced it. Oh, put it right back where I picked it up, which is the smart thing to do. This one here is running 7 inches, so about 2 inches longer. The orange ones are 2 inches longer. And I'm just going to get the hanks of these, the orange stuff. Now, I went looking for the glow-in-the-dark paracord at Michael's. I could not find it. I looked. They're supposed to be there. I'm going to have to go over to Home Depot. Not Home Depot.
Home Depot won't sell the glow-in-the-dark.
Hobby Lobby might carry it.
Yes, Hobby Lobby might. But the last time I was at Hobby Lobby, I had a hard time finding where their cordage section was. I think a lot of people are getting out of that hobby, so they're starting to pull a lot of stuff.
Now, these are supposed to be...
Your best bet is going to be, for reflective paracords, going to be either... What is it? Paracord City or Atwood Rope Manufacturer sells it, or... what is the other one?
Well, most hardware
like
stores
3 places I check for. Say what?
Surprisingly enough, even Dollar Tree carried paracord.
Yes, they will. Well, they'll carry the smaller band, so you'll get like
you got 3 different types.
25 footers, 25 or 50 footers.
They had ones goes from about 7, 8, 10 feet, whatever. Another one for 25 and one for 50. I was kind of surprised they had that much of a selection, but
they have a decent amount of cordage, surprisingly.
Now I'm still waiting. I mean, I even saw they had a multi-tool.
Yeah, that one's going to be like the one you get in those Amazon survival kits.
Well, it was like one of the first
$20.
Walmart ones. Remember the ones they used to have at Walmart that was really kind of chintzy?
Walmart back in the day had decent multi-tools when they actually had a sporting good, like really decent sporting goods section.
Well, you actually had firearms in your sporting goods
Yeah,
section?
you had the display case on the damn counter that you could turn and see what was in there. It had the shotguns and everything. They had 2 of them, actually.
Yeah.
Well, at least the Walmart did when I was growing up. That one had one was shotguns and the other one was rifles.
They actually have a Walmart over in Grinnell that has those. Not the reclining, the spinning firearms display, but they do have the case with the firearms in it. And there's another one, I believe, in Altoona that does as well.
I'll be right back. I gotta go check out my food.
Okay. What are you having?
Pizza.
Vegetarian, right?
I'm sorry, I think probably
Cecilia, what are you having for supper? Molly, what's Jason making for supper? Hey, Big Mike, how you doing, brother? Long time no see. Hope you're feeling better. Bacon and cheese sandwich. Nothing wrong with that. Sounds like a good sandwich. Taco Bell for you guys. That's cool. We had pork chops, and I had a baked potato. Jenny had her cottage cheese. Ian just had pork chops. Now, I am still working on getting most of my gear going. Right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Taco Bell, huh?
Yeah.
And Molly said her preference between Bushcraft style camp or modern camp. She said room service with catering, or that kind of thing.
Yep.
I said the 5-star Hilton with room service, huh? and a hot tub. Now, what is your preference, sir? Or is yours a mixture of everything? Because I mean,
It's a mixture of
I can
everything.
handle all. I do both. It just depends on the situation I'm in. Sorry for talking over you. Please continue.
Get this turned up so I can at least hear.
I'm talking through my hearing aids, so bear with me.
Yeah.
And if I do need to take them out for you guys to hear me on my regular speakers and stuff, let me know. I can go do that.
No, it depends on where we're at.
Yeah, it's situational for me, you know. And whether you're doing, you can do a little campsite with a ready-made fire pit, like one of these little things, or you're going to go with a full-on fire ring, or just dig a hole in the ground and do a Dakota fire holes type of situation. It just matters of what the situation is, what the circumstance is.
Huh?
Yeah, what kind of camping I prefer. I said a portable hotel suite.
Yeah.
I pretty much said that's what you provide when you go camping, because you do all the cooking and everything else, and you bring her food and all that stuff.
Yeah, eventually we'll probably have a small travel trailer. It'll make things a little bit easier.
Are you going for like a teardrop setup, or are you going with something a little
in
different?
between?
Okay. Like one of those expandable ones, or are you talking about like maybe
Oh no,
pop up,
no
or maybe?
expanding.
Nope.
No expanding because it's a place for it to fail for weather.
Well, I was thinking about the pop ups. You ever seen those solid wall pop up campers?
Yeah, no, we're just going to do straight up the smallest tandem axle without pop ups or pop outs.
Oh, Colan makes one of those, I think.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be pretty popular. They're not too heavy. They have pretty good amenities, including a bathroom.
Yeah, someplace warm and or cool and dry.
I believe, I'm not sure if they have a air conditioner, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so something simple.
No, that's not AI. That's Chat GPT.
Now, here's one I'm looking at right now. It's called the 2026 Coleman Keystone.
Ooh, I see Jason finally got here.
Yep.
I was running some other stuff.
He was going.
Eating
He had
dinner.
to go get. He had to go get food.
3 days, so we'll be doing grocery shopping later.
Yeah,
Big Mike has apparently not exploded yet.
Nope. Oh,
mine.
this is kind of cool. I think this is what you're talking about. Give me a second here. Please tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Like a featherweight. One of those.
Like that.
Yeah, but a tandem axle.
Well, you said the lightest weight.
Now, the reason why for the tandem axle is if you have a blowout, it's not going to get squirrely on you. You got a chance to slow down and at least change.
It ain't gonna flip on you on the highway.
This is what Cliff needs. Something simple. It's even got a fireplace.
It only has one wheel.
It's an electric fire. It's an electric heater.
I know, but
It
still,
only has one wheel.
this is only $9,000.
I'd get rid of the whole front section. I would just sleep on the bunk bed.
So, what would you put in there in place of that?
Jacuzzi.
Storage.
No. What?
Storage. A bigger refrigerator.
I would swap out this conduction heater thing, Greystone, for gas. I like gas stoves. I'm a big fan.
I'm okay.
Is that a dishwasher? No, there's a refrigerator, Cliff. It does have one.
Yeah.
It's got a refrigerator right there.
See the thing to the left of the stove top? That's a dishwasher.
No, that's a refrigerator.
No, to the left of the stove, that's the dishwasher.
See,
That's not a dishwasher.
The sink is a dishwasher.
Yep, that's
your other-
that's sink. That black thing is a refrigerator.
I said to the left, not to the right.
right.
And it's got an awning and exterior storage.
Oh man, it comes with some reefer. Shit, I'm buying that one. I can sell the reefer and make money.
There's your bunk beds. You said you'd keep the bunk beds, huh?
I just keep the bunk bed.
I know about that.
No bunk beds. The cabinetry.
There's no snuggle.
No, that's what the big bed's for. See, there's a refrigerator.
And you would put all his clothes on the top bunk anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably set it up just like his room. That's basically the same size of your room, Cliff.
No. I'm on a 12 by 14.
Okay, let me see what the size.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Scroll down to the bottom.
14 foot 3 inch length. Exterior height is 910. You got a 34 gallon black gray water tank.
It's only $73 a month.
Yeah, for 7 years.
That's if you want to go that route.
You'd be paying $15,000 in principal.
Unless you just pay it out right, you know?
Yeah, I
Let's
have
see here.
$3,000 laying around.
I don't care for the electric fireplace. Like Cliff said, I'm not a big fan of that. And I don't like the electric cooktop. Now, I'm okay with the microwave, but it does have an air conditioner.
Yeah.
That's you wanted a what size are you thinking? Just because I'm curious.
Now, we were looking in the past, somewhere around like the 23-foot range, 22-foot tandem axle, and they're running about 17,000.
Okay.
I like the idea of having 2 extra wheels.
Okay.
Easier to back up.
There you go.
I could roll up from bed without feeling like we're tipping over.
Yep. Excuse me.
Oh no, you wouldn't want this one because it's got a
No, I
slide out.
don't want pop outs. No,
That answered my question.
they have a problem with
As I saw
leaking
it.
after a couple of years.
Slides. Let's see. No. There's no option for no.
Yeah.
Oh, we do the filters. Next thing here. Want a motorized one?
No,
Van camper.
no, because then you got to pack everything up if you have to go to the store.
Okay. 0 slide outs. There we go.
Yeah.
That cleared out those. That was the option I was looking for. Single, single, single. There's a double. There you go. How about that one?
Much
Yeah, there's something similar to that. Yeah.
expensive.
Well, they're not, cheap. That's
No,
for
they're
sure.
not.
That'll sleep 6 or 5, I believe.
Well, let's see. It says it. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to find exactly what we're looking for with the floor plans and everything else.
Well, that one's even got an oven, which I kind of like. Oh, no, that's a microwave, isn't it? Dang it. How about that, Cliff? Yes or no?
Where's the bedroom?
Behind that green door,
I haven't got that far. Oh, it's got a full-size refrigerator.
yeah, the bathroom.
Kitchen sink. Haven't got to the bathroom yet. There's the bedroom.
Must be lagging.
There's the bathroom.
Yep.
Actually, it's a lot better than it's even got a full shower.
Yep.
I think it's not bad,
Yeah, like I said,
but it's heavy. Very
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah, they make a feather light. Yeah.
I didn't see how many people it slept, though. That's the only thing I didn't see. Probably at the other. Let me get out of this.
Probably 6.
Oh, here we go. Sleeps 4.
Yeah, see, that was 27 feet long. That's way too long.
Well, you didn't specify a length.
Yeah, I did. 22, 23 feet.
Oh, okay. I just remember seeing something when I was doing all the searching here. Filter. Do you have a length? Yeah. Oh, here we go. You said 20, 24, 25?
23.
22, 23 max.
23. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of curious. There's not that one. Trying to find the tandems. Haven't found a tandem yet.
Yeah, it's hard to find a short one that's tandem.
It's going to be more expensive, so I'm going to go. I'm going to do a. Oh, I can't filter results, can I? So okay. Okay. Nope, that's still a single one, isn't it? That's still a single one. Dang it. Yeah, that's still a single. You don't want that one. And that was actually the highest priced one too, which is really weird. Okay, you'd want a not a toy hauler.
Oh, no.
Those are terrible 100% terrible in my opinion.
Let's do a travel trailer. I'm just using that as an example because no slides. Let's see here. I don't think that's the same one, is it? Yeah, it's the same one. I'd have to search through these to find something with 2 wheels, 2 sets of wheels. Because it's a matter of price. Can't tell if that one's got one or not. That one does. Here you go.
See, it's got to pop out. That's the hard part, is finding one without one.
Right.
Nothing
that
wrong
one
with the
is-
pop outs.
Now, they
Well, he-
leak after a few years. And if the wind is blowing, you will get a draft along the floor.
That one's got to pop out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put in the zeros.
Oh, yeah, like I said, there's been times I've spent like 4 or 5 hours looking and only find like 1 or 2.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious if I can come up with one or not.
Me and Jason have done this too. Sat here for hours looking at
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I just found one.
Well, I found many, but
This has been reached your specifications.
except for I don't like the way the bed is.
Well, if you said the specs you gave me, you didn't tell me about where you wanted the bed.
Oh, no, we would have to have one made.
Oh, I'm sure. But at least it's got a gas stove. I'm not a big fan of just all electric. I just want to see what the bathroom looks like. Ooh, that's a bed. I'd hate to hit my head on that. The corner beds like that. Ugh.
Yeah, you got to climb up in there to go to bed.
What
Then
I
you
would
gotta
do
climb out.
if that's bunk beds, I would take the top bunk out completely.
Every time you go in and out, man, you'd be breech baby.
I would just take the well, it's a decent sized shower anyway. That would be a little tough on the knees.
Yeah, I'm a little cramped.
A little more than a little cramped, and that's the shower. But that reached you made your specifications out of the way, and then you don't like the layout, which is understandable.
Yeah.
That one looks really boxy too. I mean,
They're all boxy. Jeez.
no, not what I meant. I mean, it looks literally like a
Cargo trailer.
yeah, because of the material on the outside.
Oh, a slightly better one.
You found one?
Just at 20, just under 24 feet.
Where
Just
at?
under.
Got like 23 and a half feet.
2311.
Want to share that link?
2311.
I literally said just under 24.
You got the link for that one, Tim?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Give me a second. I gotta wait for this window to freaking let me close it and put it off.
Oh, Jason. Not sure if you knew yet, but
What the hell?
Scott finally got his stove.
Scott finally got a stove.
Uh huh. He sent me a video about it. He did the burn in already. I'm not sure if he's going to upload it to the internet or not, but I think it's a pretty good one, to be fair.
There's the link for you.
Yeah, but there's the stove real quick. Here's the stove real quick. Give me a second. There's the stove.
Yeah, unfortunately, that particular camper's or RV or whatever tow behind is about 20 grand. So I know that's probably just out of the price range.
You can work them down.
Daughter's home and Scooter's not barking?
No, they're talking about we're going to be doing electronic grocery shopping here shortly.
Watch.
Daughter's home and Scooter's not barking.
Yeah.
Look at the flames coming out of the top when you chose the top of that freaking stovepipe. I mean, it's like the kind you see people burning chemical factories, coming out of the freaking chimneys.
Yeah, look at that. Things like it's pulling flame.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a damper on it. Proper damper. No. It's got a
It doesn't have the flue pipe damper nor the spark arrest.
Yeah, and I've got one of the each for him. Give him, he's gonna. I found a spark arrestor for $5 from a local guy just over in Kellogg. He got two by accident, so he's selling it for $5. And technically it still fits my tent, my stovepipe, but I don't need it. So I'm happy with the one I have. But hey, he paid $50 for this. Not a bad price. He's just not a really big fan of how big it is. It's very tiny, he says. How's that supposed to heat my tent? Probably more efficiently than it will more than you think it will.
It doesn't take much. I've seen dudes out there in those big old like 20 by 20 Kodiak canvas tents, and they won't have the stove much bigger than that.
Yep.
And they're sitting there half the time with the doors open because they're sweating their brains out.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, I mean, can you see what he's got it sitting on?
Yeah, washing machine.
A washing machine. But he doesn't realize, I mean, it may be cold where he's at, but that thing's pumping out heat, a lot of heat for what it is. And with the side view window there, a lot more light than he was expecting. But that's a lot of flame coming out
He's
there. I'm not
also
sure what.
he's also got that thing out in like the straight open wilderness of his yard.
I did the same thing my first burn.
Well, yeah, that's what you have to do. But I mean, he's not technically holding or retaining any heat in that area because of the massive amount of airflow.
Well, I actually was like 4 or 5 feet away from mine when I first burnt mine in, and I mean, I could feel the heat from 5 feet away. I mean, mine's not black like his. Mine's was silver, but still, I'm very impressed with what it is. The fact that he got one to go with his thing. I mean, with when he adds the spark arrest and the damper, stovepipe will be longer, and you don't have to worry about it burning his tent up. I do like the fact that it does have a little section here where you can take it off and cook over it that way. My original one didn't even have that. The one they were supposed to send me but didn't, which led me to get that heat reclaimer thing, which I ended up selling on eBay for about $90.
So now Kent Rollins would call that Little Bertha.
Probably. But I'm proud of him that he finally got one, though. Now I'm gonna show the one that Cliff just posted here. That for the 19,999.
Here's a tandem axle.
Let me show all the pictures here. Okay, that's not bad. That looks a little bit, even with the same style skin. I'm not a big fan of that. Well, there's a little better. Look, that's a farmhouse sink. That's a nice size sink.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I was actually looking at.
Is that?
I think you and me looked at that one too before.
Okay, there's a refrigerator. I like the fact it's got a 2-range, burner stove.
The scale is off on that. That bed is closer to that door.
Okay.
If you look in the photos.
I'd worry about hitting my head on that freaking cabinet. It's the bathroom I worry about hitting my knees. I guess that's the heater or the air conditioner.
Probably both.
I can't read it.
The layout for the bathroom on that one, if you actually look at the overhead view layout, you actually got a decent amount of leg room for that
you
toilet.
got steps. Okay. You got an air fryer?
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually get a queen size bed, which is not bad, unless you guys prefer sleeping on a king.
Yeah, because if you see up there towards the front, you can pass Ward right through the front of it.
Yeah, that would worry about airflow underneath that,
Oh, you're sleeping on a big old ass mattress. You ain't gonna. I mean, yeah, you'll get air through there, but you're not gonna freeze to death because you're sitting on top of a big old mattress.
Right. And the dinette sofa thing turns into beds, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would have swapped that area around so you have the bed in the back and then that dinette area up front by the tow bar or the trailer hitch.
That's what they usually do. This one's just reversed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't reversed, this one would actually be better.
Probably for weight distribution.
Probably. Well, you carry more through the pass-through with it. Since the thing is, the weight is technically over the axles because the axles are in the back, where the reefer or they call the refrigerator.
Remember, you want 50% of the total weight on the tongue.
Well, then that's probably that's where you're going to put your storage anyway. It's not like you and Mom are going to have motorcycles or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you did, you'd have a big Honda Goldwing or something with a
excuse me.
Gesundheit. But
Yeah,
it's
that
not
one does
bad.
have. It looks like a gas range too. So you got air fryer and a
does.
gas range.
I showed that one earlier. Give me a second. Refrigerator, decent size for a trailer,
Oh yeah.
and it's gas range. Oh, by the way, speaking of this kind of thing, Jenny and I got good news today.
You can go back to work.
No,
Ooh, excuse
Well,
me.
that's not good news then.
no, good news is my credit score got high enough so I qualified for the VA home loan.
Oh, nice.
That's my good news. Um, I legally qualify for that, so we can actually go purchase a place. And if they, I found out yesterday, right before Jason's live, that my appointment was supposed to be for today, wasn't, because someone misread the date.
You?
No, not me. The other everybody else, because I called up to my doctor and it verified my appointment schedule for them, the 25th. They thought just the 5th. I verified it 3 times by calling, looking on their website, and everything else. Multiple ways of verification. So as long as I still get my thing, there's nothing I can do about it. I still can't believe how big that sink is. The one thing I need to find out is what size is the tank. It's 23 and just under 24, like you said, Cliff.
Yeah, literally 2311 is how long that thing is.
It's got a 41-gallon freshwater tank,
Mm-hmm.
a 34-gallon gray water tank, and a 34 black water tank. Oh my God, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's your wastewater.
I know if someone doesn't clear out their black and gray
That's
water
a lot
tank,
of poo.
that's a lot of poo as well as a lot of weight, because 41 gallons times 8, which is this weight of water, 8 pounds per gallon.
3,200 pounds.
That's just for
Yeah.
water. That's for fresh water.
320 pounds. So
Yeah, could you add all those together and then you add
That weight's not bad.
not including solid waste? That's a lot of weight. Now, and 30 amps. Now, I don't know if an average power station would cover those or not.
nope. You need the larger ones. You need like 5,000 plus for that.
Or a small generator or something.
Tiny, small generator will work. It's 110 volts.
No slides. Total sleeping capacity 4.
Completely dry.
But yeah, there you go. I mean, 20 grand is not bad. One of the things that I was going to, this has to do with what my situation I just told you about. If we buy property and we want a house built, we have to live on the property while it's being built.
Yep.
We were thinking about picking up one of these in order to live on the property while it's being built. So we were thinking about picking up a trailer.
You can even have it delivered.
Yep. And then once get our house all built and everything else.
I would have to go to New Mexico to get that. That's crazy. I would have to visit Cliff.
And that's a bad thing.
Drive over here. Well, I mean, that's just to my location. If you have, you can probably change the location. That's just locations for where I'm at.
Well, Camping World is just one company that carries that one. There's
And
probably
there's
multiple companies throughout the United States that carry that one.
Shit. Oh,
My
Jesus
golf game, I
Christ.
don't even have
Nope.
a golf game there, Mike.
Camping World is not as broadcast widely as you think it is.
No, not. I'm not talking about Camping World. I'm talking about places that sell campers like that.
Oh, yeah, no, because Camping World's only in like 4 states.
No, I'm talking about like the Coleman campers. The type of campers. They're probably sold at other different camping places throughout the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Different vendors sell the same thing. Now, will you get them for the same price?
Maybe,
Who knows?
maybe not.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
And the fact is, if you can find one close by that you just go up, say, hey, here's I already paid. You're going to pick it up and just drive off the lot with it. More power to you.
So, Jason's options, if he were to drive to a Camping World to get one of those, would be either Lubbock or looks like right near Anthony or AKA El Paso, Texas.
And you couldn't have that delivered either, I don't think.
That is a long ass drive.
Well, if he went to go pick it up, it'd probably be cheaper than having it delivered.
Oh, I don't know, because that's 2 ways he's got to drive over and then drive back.
Well, that's
Whereas
just
they're
because
just going one way.
that's just at Camping World. It's like I was saying. There's probably other vendors that sell that same camper that might be closer.
There's one random RV place in Denver earlier. Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's why I'm saying though. I said if he chooses Camping World, those are the closest options. Because I know Jayco's sold pretty much anywhere.
Let's see here. How far are you from Tyler, Texas? Jason? Jason? He's not here.
Think he wandered off to do something.
He's muted. So, did that change my can you hear me still?
What?
Well, Big Matt was on my channel yesterday.
He was in here earlier. Oh no, sorry, no, that's Mike, Big Mike.
Big Mike.
No, Big Mike's in here, but no. What about him?
He was whenever Jason would mute on his channel yesterday, he had trouble hearing me, which was really weird.
Funtown RV, San Angelo, Texas. That was a random. I didn't even realize that said Texas when I clicked on it.
Okay, the places that sell in Texas that sell that particular camper, there's the 4 Camping Worlds in Texas. There's Spring, Texas, Katy, Texas, Tyler, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas. Then there's also another place called the Golden Triangle Homes and RVs in Vidor, Texas. And there's another one in Malam, Texas at Toledo RV Sales. And there's Bailey's RV Sales in Lufkin, Texas. That that might be close. Any one of those might be closer than Camping World. Now, are they the same price? No clue. But that's an idea. Now that's on the modern style camping extreme, folks. Now, if you want to go simple bushcraft tarp setup, Cliff and I did look at the Dollar Tree tarps for less than $5 for a 10x10 tarp. Now, is that thing probably paper thin? You better.
Oh, it's thin. Trust me, it is thin.
Is it going to rip out? Yes. Is it a long-term solution? No. That's why when you buy them, if they're that cheap, you buy like 4 or 5 or more and layer them up. But even then, layering them up is not necessarily a bad idea due to maintaining heat control.
As I say, sometimes it's not necessarily a good idea either.
Well, if you put a layered, you get a frame, you put your first tarp over, you put some leaves or other debris on top of that, then you put another tarp over that, then you layer it again with more debris over the top of that tarp. I think that might give you enough insulation to go down fairly significantly in temperatures. And then you have 1 tarp or 2 for the floor with debris on top of that. And I think you'd be snugger than a bug in a rug, to be fair. I mean, is that a use of a lot of tarps? Yes. But I'd rather have overkill than die. Is it going to take a
Yeah, I
lot
don't
of
know.
work?
Sometimes
Oh,
dying is cheaper.
yeah. Dying may be cheaper, but not as fun.
No, you won't know you're dead.
Exactly. You can't have fun when you're dead.
Sometimes you can't have fun when you're alive, but I mean that just depends on you personally, I suppose, or you know what things.
That's your outlook in life. You can have, if you the right outlook, you can have fun doing anything. But
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you can definitely have fun doing some things, but whether or not they're legal.
that's true as well. I did watch a Dollar Tree survival video where somebody went, not at one sitting, mind you, over a course of a year, bought different items throughout the year at Dollar Tree. And he built a fairly substantial kit with the gear he found because Dollar Tree has a lot of seasonal items that you won't see any other time. I mean, he even mentioned that they even had an axe and a saw. I I have never seen axes at Dollar Tree that I've ever seen, but maybe his did.
Go over about 2-3 weeks, and you'll find random stuff that you're like, that wasn't there last week.
Exactly. And now, if I did that without putting a budget number on it, like a lot of people do, I think I could probably build a good kit. Now, there's some things you're not going to find there. You're not going to find a backpack. You're not going to find cooking stoves, lighters, and you might find a lighter. Might.
No, Dollar Tree sell lighter.
They do?
Yeah, they're up by the counter.
Okay.
Usually have to ask for them.
Okay. So that's fire starting. And I have seen magnesium, little magnesium block things there once. But that was I just happened to pass. Did I need one? No. Was it a Coglins? Oh, definitely not. It was a Chinese something or other.
Yeah, they're not even magnesium. People have tested those out, and they're like, if you don't get like either the Doan or the Coglins brands, don't get them because they won't work.
You got the Doans, I've got the Coglins, and we each prefer our brands.
No, I'm not saying Coglins doesn't work. I had a Coglins one. I don't know where it went.
I said that you prefer your Doans. There's a difference. Everybody has their preferences, which
again, it's not a preference. That's just what I have. I've used the Coglins brand. They work just as well.
It work extremely well. But don't get the ones from Harbor Freight.
No.
They have them.
100% trash.
They're trash. But like I said, I use a Coglins for a reason. As you can see, it hasn't been used. There's a reason for it. Because I don't use this one. Have I scraped it once or twice? Yes, I have. But not that's because I use my other Coglins. This is what I use. This is what I use right here. Because this is a fairly substantial ferro rod. That didn't cost me an arm and a leg.
I got a box with about 4 or 5 of those in there.
And now this striker did not come with this. This came with the magnesium bar. Actually, give me a second here. This right here was much better on the magnesium bar, but the one I had that came with this was junk. So I just swapped them out and that kind of thing. But I generally end up pulling out my little pocket knife if I really need to do any striking. And I don't use the blade. I use the hole. Because this thing is really great. Well, the smaller ones used to be. This one's a little big now. When it gets a little smaller, then you can see that does really amazing stuff. This is my Sheffield. It's my junk blade, even though Sheffields aren't considered junk blades. Generally. But you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get decent gear. Cliff can tell you that. Now, has he had high-end gear? Yes, he has. He used to have subscription boxes. Or you still get subscription boxes.
Yeah, stuff in subscription boxes is not necessarily high-end gear a lot of the times. You'll get like 1 or 2 good items if you have like one of the higher tiers.
Right.
But everything else in there, you get some decent stuff. The rest of it's just kind of like garbage filler. Like
Well,
they just
I mean-
throw it in there to make it seem like it's a value.
But you always get paracord of some kind. Generally,
No,
not really.
I think I got paracord in the 3 years that I got those boxes. I think I got paracord maybe twice.
I saw you got survival cards.
Yeah, those ones I threw every one of those in the trash.
No, the ones that the survival cards. I mean, is the actual cards that have the survival stuff on one side and the actual cards for like playing cards.
Oh, that's an entirely different subscription box.
Oh, I didn't know it was the same one or not because you didn't.
No,
say
the first one I was doing was a battle box, and most of that stuff is if you're not paying the $150 every month for a box, you get 1 or 2 decent items, and then the rest is just garbage.
right.
Because now they're doing the knife of the month stuff in there, so you get like a decent, relatively decent knife, but for the $150 price, I'd rather just spend it on a knife that I know I'm going to want instead of one of the random ones they sort of supply you with.
Yeah,
I don't, mind you, I did get a good amount of stuff from some of those boxes.
right. And you said you got a lot of flashlights and stuff like that. Yes.
Well, I personally buy those
Huh?
ones.
You meet Mom all in town tomorrow.
I know that. I got to take you to Marshtown where you get your pills.
Yeah.
I also got to pick up my parts and stuff.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay too.
So what do you want to do tomorrow? This is just asking before I forget.
The hokey pokey.
The hokey pokey is what Jason, Cliff said. You can't hear him, but he's up here.
Cliff? No.
Yes.
He said yes.
No.
Go get
Mac?
he who shall be named this long. He couldn't hear you, but I had to repeat it. I don't normally put my hearing aids in, but I just happen to have them in. Oh, Gesundheit, by the way. I am gonna,
I'm not sneezing, choking on stuff.
oh, here you go.
He does not like Ian being picked up by him.
Come here. Yeah, give him here. Give him here.
Jack.
You didn't want to be whole.
Give him here. Watch.
He did not want to be held by Ian. That's the thing.
Come back.
It's Sir Macus, Attackus, Crackus, Wackus, Smackus.
He can't hear you, but he can see you.
Meow.
I'm holding up to my hearing aid so maybe he can hear you.
Meow.
So,
He's looking right at you, Cliff.
Roll for Ian.
Oh,
No, roll for Ian. I didn't have to.
Get out of there.
I'm right here.
We didn't even have to roll for him. We got a free roll today.
I got a free roll for that one. Yeah, that's a surprise attack. Hey.
No.
Shoot.
I'm taking this.
True fly.
No,
That's
okay.
mine.
I give it to you, I know.
Close the door.
Can I take the lid?
No.
No.
That's mine too. Give it Ian.
Where's your
Okay.
klepto?
Yes, he is. I'm going to open up the next one of these, Cliff.
No. No.
I'm going to be doing this one right here, number 6. Oh, this one keeps on falling out, but okay. Let's see what number 6
Put a
may
little
hold.
piece of scotch tape over them.
I don't have any Scotch tape with me right at the moment.
Now I know why Jason's muted. It's because he's eating.
Nothing wrong with that. He's got Taco Bell.
Oh, so he's gonna have the shits in the morning.
Ooh, this one's a good one, Cliff. Green.
Ooh, it's a chartreuse. Chartreuse.
Is that what they call it?
That's a hard. I hate pronouncing that word.
It's green. If I can get my fingers on it.
I just refer to it as shark juice.
Shark juice. Okay, let me set this right here. It's a little spoon. I'll get it open here.
Little spoon.
Oh, would you rather be the blue?
Leave the
little spoon
tape
or
on it.
Not tape. It's got a little rubber band. Elastic, if you are those kind of people who like calling it that.
I would just leave it on there. That way you don't get hooked.
Oh, this is what it looks like. It's green.
We'll
It's
look at it.
green. It's even got the little eyes and everything.
Fishy.
You know, considering I paid $2 for the entire box, I think I've been making money no matter what. Not that, and like I said before, you guys weren't here yet. I plan on when it gets warmer, taking each one of these, one per day, just like when I found them, and try to catch the fish that it was meant for. Now, will I catch them? I have no idea, but I'm going to do it on camera, and I'm going to see what I can do. So that's 24 days of fishing that I don't normally do with lures that I don't use generally. So I'm usually a hook and bobber and worm kind of guy. So I'm going to do some research on how each one of those is used, try to use them in the appropriate way, and catch something, hopefully.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of interesting. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah.
And use food color to paint it.
Because, I mean, Ian got an advent calendar, but all his stuff, he just basically opened up the end and pulled everything out, and it was all junk. Me, I pick up one for $2, and I get quality gear. I wish it was more than just fishing lures, though. You know? Don't get me wrong, I like them and everything.
That's why I said it was a fishing lure advent calendar.
Okay, give me a second here.
Well, that should be a fishing lure advocate calendar.
It does not say fishing. It just says Merry Christmas. Advent fishing calendar. It does not say anything about lures anywhere. And it just says Merry Fishmas. There's no other words on the sides or back or anywhere. So I'm assuming there's going to be some other kind of fishing stuff here. Hopefully. But I've made my $2 back without issue. So I'm happy about that. Now, whether I get anything with them still remains to be seen. Because I got to set up my camera and hopefully I get a good view of me catching something. You know, but
Your crappie and bass.
I don't know. I'm going to do a Google Glass search of each one and find out what it's supposed to be used for. And I'm going to try to catch that particular fish. Because I don't generally go and say, I'm going to go catch that kind of fish and go do that. Because I don't fish that way. Ian does. I know that Cornfed definitely does. You do, Jason. Because you can do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not a fisherman. I fish, but I'm not a fisherman. There's a difference. My personal definition of a fisherman is that you can say what you're going to go catch and go catch it.
Yeah.
I can say I can put a fish line in the water and try to catch something. Is it what I want? Probably not. I'll probably end up catching like an eel or something. Something completely, utterly not what I'm supposed to catch. But
Eels are slimy.
I've caught eels before.
No like touchy.
I don't like catching them either, but you know, I just unhooked it. I grabbed it and squeezed it as much as I could to hold it in place where I got the hook out and then threw it back in the water. But that was a one-time thing. No, I don't like catching them. They're like catching snakes that don't bite you like snakes.
It's like catching a snake that had sex with a slug and then had offspring.
Pretty much. But at least it's not like a moray eel, just a regular river eel, but it was like that long.
Oh, eels. Morays have teeth. They hurt. I wouldn't know, but they have teeth.
I wouldn't know. I just know that it caught my line. I caught it on a hook when I was fishing. So, and I don't know generally what I'm going to catch unless if there's like trout. I use a hook, bobber, and worms. I don't do fly fishing. But that's my plan for that. That's all I know. So I'm hoping it has more than just straight up lures in that.
Dang,
Don't get me
Jason.
wrong.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, what the heck, bro?
I have
It's
no
like
idea.
6 in a row.
It's everybody who's doing the mouse hunt and they're getting mice left and right, and you're stuck with the limited amount you've got.
Jason just got like 6 notifications, just like back to back to back.
It was Tyler. He got 7 mice tonight.
Oh God, imagine. Nah, it's still too cold over there for him to get mice.
Oh no. Actually, we had some snow melt in our front yard.
Good lord, again.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
this is from before. It melted today, and you could see the tunnels where mice were burrowing under the snow because they dug into the ground. There's little channels where they were running through.
Huh. Well, it's insulated that far down.
Oh yeah, because snow is an actual insulator, surprisingly enough, when you have it just so. But you could see where they were just like, Ian thought that, was that a snake or a worm? Ian, what time of year is it? And he goes, winter.
That's a decent knife, actually.
What knife is that?
I don't know, random short. Just came across a new knife that this guy's showing from Amazon.
I still like my Flissa. I'm very, very happy with that. I mean, I still got other knives, obviously, but I mean, I still got the one my daughter got me. It's not a bad knife, not a great knife, but not a bad knife.
Ah, that thing was squeezing the crap out of my finger. Let's see if I can find that one real quick. That was actually a decent knife. Oh, I can get a K-bar.
With a fixed blade or what?
Yeah, it was a fixed blade one. I'm just looking for random stuff.
No,
I'm still half tempted to buy the one from Walmart. They have a Swiss Tech fixed blade, which is actually not a bad looking blade for.
I've heard people talk good things about Swiss Tech. I have not heard bad things about Swiss Tech yet. That's their new updated version of the stuff they used to get, but I have not purchased anything from the Swiss Tech. So if anybody here has, I'd like to hear it.
Ooh. What was that, number 30? Ooh, number 36 bank line. Wasn't even looking for this.
I'm still looking for that.
$14 or sorry, $15.
Where?
Amazon.
Okay, I'll check
Amazon. It's from Texas Bushcraft, but it's 121 feet. It's number 36 tarred bank line.
Well, if you could send me that link, if I could help him by purchasing it through him, that's not a bad thing, is it?
No, I mean if you know who Texas Bushcraft is. But yeah, I can. Well, it's through Amazon. I'm pretty sure Amazon sources it, or just he threw his name on it. But he may or may not get a commission from it.
I found it. I'm gonna add it to my list.
You can get you're better off just getting the 1 pound roll for the extra $15.
Nah, I'm good with what I don't need a lot.
Yeah, I don't either. I got tons of bank line. I got some still sitting outside in the fence just getting cooked in the sun.
I don't have tarred bank line, mind you, but I do have bank line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and also I've got line that's not technically bank line, but this is the stuff we got at the flea market a while back. It's that braided nylon line. This is bigger than 36, mind you.
Yeah, it's just standard white nylon line. Has some stretch to it.
Yeah, but look how much I got. I got a lot.
Let's see.
So I did see. Oh, give me a second. I'm not sure if they have it there. I got that. Okay, yeah, I found this kite string reel that someone had been using for their kits.
Yeah.
And it's really freaking interesting because, I think it's this one. I'm using this one from AliExpress as an example because it's got a good picture. I'm just waiting for it to pull up here. Check this out, Cliff. fit at.
Oh yeah, one of those.
And the thing is, it can hold a ton of line. You could swap it out for braid if you want to. And that handle that he's got his hand on, not the one in the middle, but the one on the end with the
Yeah.
you reel, it folds back in.
How much is that?
This one is on AliExpress.
And buying shit from
$20.
AliExpress.
No, but I'm just using that as an example because it had a better picture. That's all.
Yeah, shipping for $17. Wow.
Like I said, that's just what I found. I mean, I was looking at other ones. There's not.
Yeah, you can buy one of those extension cord rollers at Lowe's for a lot less.
Yeah, they're also a lot harder to handle than that thing is.
Yeah, not really.
That one's a little bit more streamlined. Plus, that actually looks like it has its own brake.
Brake on it, yeah.
And I love the fact that you could reel it in. You know? And
I kind of feel like that brake, that is not the hand you're supposed to be using that in.
Looks like it's got a drag on it and a cast release.
I don't like the brake. Feels like the brake should be more like a trigger finger kind of thing, so that should be right-handed.
Give me a second here. There's a different one.
You're holding that thing, that's going to be awkward to try to hit that brake with your thumb while that thing's going out of control.
I mean, you can get them cheaper, like this one here. I mean, a lot smaller versions of the same thing. If you wanted to go, I mean, look at that with spool winder right there. You can go even smaller for $3 and whatever, you know.
Yeah, those are like your standard spool winders.
But the bigger ones, you know, get a lot more. Well, solidity for one, because they're actually made of metal instead of plastic. But, you know, wait a second here.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce out on the right of the hour.
Okay.
All right.
You mean a quarter after?
Yep.
Get off.
Or at 9:30?
Yeah, Crazy Ivan.
Okay. Now, this one here, I kind of like the look of this one here. But I'd rather have, you know. Dang it, well, let me scroll down. That is minimalist. Look, you're right. It does have a brake. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, again, that still feels like it should be a left-handed or a right-handed reel.
I wonder how much 1/8 inch stainless steel cable you can put on there.
Probably 200 feet.
A lot.
For an alligator.
God, I'd hate to try to reel in an alligator with that thing.
You can put whatever you put, you know, it'll fit on there, it looks like. You know, there's all the other ones that you know, you can find.
I mean, he is thinking outside the box. I mean, technically, you can use those as a fishing reel. There's nothing saying you can't.
Well, that's what one of the guys who was using as a bushcraft. I have one like this.
I used to have one of those old school ones that had the two poles on the side.
Like this?
Looked like a rolling pin. Yeah, I used to have those old school ones. Those things absolutely suck to try to reel in that line.
Right.
Well, there's that black one in the middle. Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. I used to have. Well, I had one of those too.
Right.
Man, you burn your fingers reeling that stuff in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, I like the ability to reel it in instead of trying to crank with my hand, wrap it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, this one here is more like a fishing reel.
Yeah, that's just a standard line winder.
Yeah. The one he had, the handle folded back into itself when it was done. That way it's out of the way and it flat packed, which was really cool. And he made a comment which makes sense to me because they use basically bank line, untarred bank line for some of these because these kites are humongous, some of them. And the amount of pull, because of the surface area being pulled into the air, is enough to pull a body off the ground. You've seen the videos where people get pulled off the ground by their kite.
Oh yeah. Not paying attention. If you don't do it the right way, a standard kite will yank you off the ground.
And that, if it can pull 100 plus pounds off the ground, that's more than enough to use as a fishing line for whether catfish or what have you. You know, there's where it's like it shows it's flat. This one here, the purple one, you can see where it's folded back in. I mean, for some of these are not too bad of prices. Look at this one, Cliff. It's literally a fishing reel.
Yeah, sort of. I had one in the middle. I had one like that too.
Well, this one's the same thing, but it's sideways.
Yeah.
This version of that one. But I mean, I still, like I said, it's 18. Yeah, it's 18 braided nylon line.
Yeah, that's 600 feet of nylon line.
That's number 18. That's got to be pretty strong. That's what is it? Would you call it?
Yeah, you could use honestly, you can use mason line for most of that stuff. That mason line's a lot sturdier than people think it is.
Oh yeah, because that one's from Timo for $20. You know, the yellow one there. And thinking outside the box when you don't have regular fishing gear, like I said, some of these have the eyelets there, like this one does, where you cast your line out and just reel it in, but instead of having to crank your hand about half a billion times to tie yourself out.
The ones that I find that work real well are if you get the large rolls or spools of spider wire.
Right.
Once you take the you don't even have to use spider wire. You can use a monofilament. But once you get the spools, once the spool is empty, you have that whole empty spool that you can do anything you want with it. They have the spokes in it, so you can hold that the same way. You're not going to hand crank it. You're going to have to do it by hand, but you can essentially make yourself one of those little portable fishing lines with the same thing, or you can just go buy one and set one up and just have it ready to go.
Right. Look at this one. This one actually has the shoulder straps and the disc brakes and everything.
Yeah, so did the one at the top that you were showing, like way at the top. But that was for the AliExpress one.
Yeah, look at the price on that one. That's $295.
Yeah, that's just off of here. That's probably a $500 reel or $600 reel. Now, it wasn't at the top of this one. It was at the top of the other page when you were on AliExpress. That one had the because that one right there will come with a harness as well.
Okay, I didn't see one,
but when you went to search through more of it, there was one on there. When you did, that had the harness on there.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay, here's one that I was looked at before.
Yeah, this is the site we were just on.
Okay. That one, see, where's that one at? I just saw that white one right there is a little different.
It's not getting any cheaper.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
This one's been sitting in my cart since like October.
Cliff, look at this one. This one's for $18, pre-owned. 200 feet of 60-pound line.
2,000 feet.
2,000 feet. Still, what can you do with that? Anything you want.
That's essentially spider wire is what they're using on that, because you can get spider wire up to, I believe, like 75 pounds standardly. I've seen it, the highest I've seen it in stores is like 75 pounds, and I'm like, I do not need 75-pound test spider wire.
Nope, that one's not there
anymore. 404 error. That's bad when you get a 404 error on a search bar.
In Spanish, no less.
Yeah, Brother FO17. That's a decent knife.
There's that one from before, but it's like in the middle now instead of on the side.
No, that's because the search parameters reset slightly.
Well, this is a different one. I just copied and pasted over it, but I'm sure I probably could, find one similar. But that's still heavy duty line.
It goes from a Scandi to a convex grind. Why?
Okay, who's making the knife you're talking about?
I don't know. Just looking at it. It's who is this made by? Watchman is the name of it. It's like a weird brown color.
It's a knife, right?
Yeah, it's a knife. Well, this one's got a blue inlay. It's a D2 steel. Well, according to this, it's D2 teal, T-E-E-L, because somebody doesn't know how to spell. It's not bad. I added it to my cart. I've got a couple of fixed blade knives in here that are actually pretty decent.
Okay, tell me if this is on Amazon.
Yeah.
This is the one I found for it. That one. Wait a second. I gotta hit the button. Forget. I keep on forgetting to do this. All right. Is that
No,
similar?
what I'm looking at is the F017,
Okay.
or the one I was looking at.
Okay. There it is. One of these.
Yes, the orange one was the one I was looking at,
This one.
which is not a bad blade. The W206 not bad. I just that weird sheep's foot drop point on there is bugging me.
Well, that's. I mean, it's a little different. I get that. I'm not sure if I like it either. To be fair. Let's see. They got a.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through here to see what they got.
Oh, this one here looks good, Cliff. The
Yeah,
222.
the W22. That's got the shorter blade on it though.
But they have another one that looks a little different. You know, I like it like that one. I'm not a very big fan of the scales, but it's a camping barbecue knife, basically.
It's technically listed as a bushcraft knife.
Uh,
Most of
let's
them can be, or they'll try to list it as a bushcraft knife or something like that, so you can actually use it, or they'll label it as a tactical knife. Any knife is tactical as long as you know how to use it as a tactical knife.
This one here is a little harder to see. There you go.
All right, guys. I got stuff here to go take care of. So I'll catch everybody in the next video.
Take care.
Later, Jason.
Bye, Molly.
Night, Molly.
Love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Have a good one.
I like the scales on this one.
I like that knife, but it needs a bigger jimping.
Well, it's got some serious. Let's see if it's got a better picture of that.
Wow, they only have 2 pages of fixed blade knives. That's kind of sad.
It's got a lot of jinting on there. Right through here.
No, I wasn't talking about that knife. The last one of those ones I was looking at.
I'm not a big fan of Kydex. I understand it's like the rage and everything else, but
Kydex has slightly way better retention than leather, unfortunately.
I know, but
And your Kydex ain't going to disintegrate itself if it gets wet.
it's easier to replace than Kydex.
It's easier to replace because it doesn't last as long.
Yeah. They're also quieter than Kydex. That's one.
Well, I'm not doing tactical stealth missions on these things. I'm not assassinating people in the middle of the night.
How do we know? Fox and Outdoors, International Man of Mystery.
You don't, because I'm just that good.
Ooh, this one here. I mean, it's not what you call big or anything like that. The Joker.
Yeah, it's a little stumpy.
It is a very stumpy blade. I mean, that would be a small camp knife, if at best. Nothing fancy on that one. But a lot of these are because the way the pictures are going, it's all white and it backgrounds and silver knives, and it kind of blends in.
Yeah.
You probably like this one then. This one's a little better.
No, I don't like the blade design.
Well, I mean, lengthwise. I'm not a big fan of the style.
So that depends on the blade. Depends on the task you're using. Because I've got a couple of them here that are. Well, I've got this little guy, who's absolutely a pain in the ass to get out of this Kydex sheet because that thing is in there.
Let me see.
This little dude.
Right. You showed me. You just got that one, didn't you?
No, I've had this one for years.
Oh, is that the one you got in the battle box?
Yeah, it's one of the ones I got for I think my first or second year I had it. I've had this thing for like 3-4 years now. It's heavy. I mean, it is thick. I ain't worried about breaking this one off. Sharp, I can make bow drill holes with it. And this one is the MSK 2.5.
Oh, this is the one that I got from Rob Cornfed.
Yeah, that's a decent one.
I really, really like this one. I mean, it's not too big, not too small, and it's hefty. It's got some heft to it, and mine's actually that color and everything. I love my car to handle full tang design. It's got, like I said, it's beefy, and I mean the fact that
That's the only thing I don't like about leather sheath is that front snap.
Right.
Because that is going to get cut off at some point by the knife blade.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Because that thing is razor sharp. The
Yeah,
price is
don't
really
exactly
good,
give you a lot of leeway on getting that knife out without that thing being in the way.
No, but the sheath is actually well made and everything. It's not what you call
high end.
No. But for what it is, it works. I mean, I prefer this one over my Mora, if that makes any sense.
Sturdier blade. Mora's got good knives for the price that they are, but the blade edge kind of goes pretty quick.
And this one here, as you look at that one, they don't have a really good picture of the edges too well. Like there's a good picture.
Well, yeah, they do if you pick a different picture.
Like that one. And it does cut really well too. But I just like that style better than I do any other kind. I mean, I thought I liked Mora's for the longest time until I got that one. But yeah, we got way off topic. I'm sorry to say.
That we did.
I apologize for that. That's my fault. But some of this stuff is you use for different types of camping, I guess, because we got the high end we talked about for the longest time for the campers and stuff. If you've got the budget for it and that's your temperament, you do that. If you're a little bit more versatile, you do a little bit of both. If you only like one thing and do it, you said you don't need all that fancy, mumbo jumbo and just build a debris shelter and just dig into that, go do that. But there's no wrong way to do any of this stuff. It's just what your preferences are. And if it works for you and you don't die, more power to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say kudos to you for not terminating your contract.
Yep.
I have now, as of Saturday or Sunday, I have decided to calculate all lifespans as contracts.
So when did you become a one of the people who deal in contracts? Have you been a crossroad demon all this time and not told anybody?
I am a lot of things that I don't tell people.
Oh, since I opened up my closet door,
Ooh.
my room went down 3 degrees.
Found another one I like. Ooh.
Which one?
This one is. I put the link in here, but these damn links are so freaking long for
these. You tell me what it is, and I will find it. It's on Amazon, right?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's
the
a
name.
small fixed blade knife, 7-inch tactical knife. And I hate the hell that I like the green one actually better than the rest of these. Black on black, there's black on silver, there's green on black. I like the green on silver to be honest. It's like a
Okay,
$25 knife.
how much?
It's like a $25 knife or sorry, $26 knife.
$25.99.
Yeah, let me see if you're looking at the right one.
Give me a second. I'll bring it up. I'll show you.
It'd be what most everybody considers like a neck knife.
That
Yes,
one?
that's the one I'm looking at.
I
I
told you,
actually
I'm good
like
at this.
that knife.
I'm good at this.
Well, yeah, if I give you a specific key phrase to fix, you can pop it up. But I actually like that knife.
I like the scales. It's not a bad. It's similar, very similar to mine, but I'm not a very. Let's see, what is it? Okay, see where the back was supposed to, this right back part right here. I like the D2 steel. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't need that back cut, whatever that is that up here.
Oh, that's not even that knife.
It's the same one.
Oh, that's yeah, no, it's
See,
that's not even a knife edge. It's just an aesthetic.
there's a false edge.
Yeah,
It's technically not even micarta. It's like G10 handle.
yeah.
I'd rather have.
My Carter G10, they're roughly almost the same thing. I do like the fact that it does come with the ulti clip. So
Right, I do. I mean, that's not bad.
you can have that either scout carry or upright.
Yeah, there's the back. There's the back.
I mean, it's not a bad knife, and then the fact that it does not have serrations is actually pretty decent.
I'll give that a one. Did you see the name, the Dragonator?
Yep, Nader, not
Dragonator.
Nador, Nader.
No, it's not that. I mean, it's not literally not that bad.
For a $25 knife.
For 7 inches long overall length, that's not bad. Only thing I would make sure is that these bolts right here, these torque screws, are tightened down. They can come loose, but it's interesting. They went with torque screws for the knife, but regular Phillips for the sheath.
For the ulti clip. That's the ulti clip mount.
Yeah, I know, but it's straight up Phillips. Why?
Because everybody walks around with a screwdriver. Nobody walks around with a torque wrench. Usually when they torque those on, they're on there pretty tight. I've never had any of those fall off on me. Like, ever.
Well, the Dragonator is what it's called. So
my belt clip one loosened up on me and actually snapped off the head of the screw the hex that goes on it, or the star bit.
Okay, it's Draconator. My bad for pronouncing it wrong, but I mean that would be interesting. See, we were talking about that. There's the vertical and horizontal carry.
Yeah, and you can do that because it's a universal centered sheath. It's not off to one side, like your imprints. So you can do that left or right hand carry.
That was a big thing for me, being left-handed, obviously. Now, the only thing is, does it come in other colors besides green?
Yes, comes in black.
I didn't see colors. Let me see if I can close this out here. Oh,
right there.
Green, black with green handle.
Yep. Black on black or black on silver. I like the green more than I like the black.
The black and green, or the just?
I like the black. The green and silver, to be honest, looks way better.
This one right here.
Yeah,
I kind of like that one better. Or the black on silver is not bad either, but I like that. Like you, I like that one better.
I think the black on silver to me just tries to scream too like you're trying to be tactical
when you're not. Yeah, this one here screams to me bushcraft.
Yeah, well, I mean that's technically kind of what it is.
No, it depends, because if it's got the false edge on the back, it doesn't have a platform to baton very well in my book.
Oh,
Now,
that'll have that. That'll probably baton real well. That's full. That's a full tank D10 steel.
no, I'm looking. I'm trying to
D2
find the
steel.
spine. There's no spine for it to catch unless that's flattened right there where above the name. You know what I mean?
It might be.
If it is, then that means it's meant for that, and it's also got the little part right here, little curve right there. I guess you could use for. Give me a second here. Right here, you could use it for
Ferro
right
rod.
there. Yeah, for a ferro rod possibly. But if that's flattened right there where the name is, then that's a perfect place to baton. And not that you're going to baton a lot, because it's not a very big blade, 7 inches overall. But I mean, I'm not a knife guy by any means. But do I have a fair share? Yes, I do. But $25 is not bad. It's more than what my neck was worth.
Yeah, that's actually worth buying just to test it out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, there's so many guys on the internet now, especially on YouTube, doing knife reviews. You know,
I didn't say do a knife review. I just said test it out.
if you're going to test it, you're going to review it, and if you're going to review it, put it online.
No, that's the thing. I'm not necessarily going to review.
I would, because if you like it, wouldn't you want to promote it?
But the problem is, what I would consider, something useful for me might not necessarily be useful for somebody else.
Oh, that's perfectly sure. Yeah, that's perfectly understandable, because I mean, it's situational per person.
Yeah, and to be honest, I feel like reviews on a lot of knives are kind of a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get because, again, varying opinions.
Oh yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, a fillet knife would not do me any good for me, for one reason.
You don't do fish.
I fish, but I don't know how to fillet. I treat every fish like a catfish and peel it like a banana. Then cut its head off, gut it, clean it, and cook it with bones and all. And sometimes I even leave the fins on there, the tail fins on there, because those cook up really crispy.
Gross.
Hey, it's what I grew up doing, because we were told we couldn't leave much behind because we were limited on what we could get. My dad taught me how to do that. He taught me how to cook with clay.
Yeah, that's not that hard.
Well, I
First,
mean,
in clay, bake it, break it out.
yeah, and when you pull it apart, it peels it for you. And you could just use the clay as a little plate. As long as you gut it first, obviously.
But the problem is with that is you have to have clay in that area in order to bake with clay.
You don't have that option. I do, but you
Oh,
don't.
I got a shit ton of clay down here.
But not anywhere where there's fish.
I probably do. I just have to dig for it, but I'm not going to sit there and spend 40 minutes looking for clay after I catch and gutted a fish.
No, that's before you start, before you do all that.
Oh God, no! I'm not wasting my time on that. I will.
No. I mean,
pass
you
there.
identify where it's at, because it's for future reference. I mean, if you want to try to sunbake some clay pots or something for planting plants or something.
Can you unblurry over here? It's driving me nuts.
You mean focus?
Hocus pocus, camera fucking focus.
Hey, guess what it did? It
Still
focused.
blurry.
No, you look fine to me.
Your eyesight's blurry.
I've got my new glasses on. I don't have that issue. My eyes don't even cross over anymore.
Really, because now that's not blurry.
Maybe it was just on your side.
It wasn't on my side. There's a whole thing.
Good night, Cecilia.
Night, CC. Have a good one.
We lost her about 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, probably. It's not a lot of people are into knives.
No, but we could talk about other things too. But I mean, like one of the things I would, not sure, it's a little different between your area and mine is the foraging potential. Because unless there's a lot of urban places you can forage for stuff you could eat, wild edibles, that kind of thing.
Well, in the desert, damn near every cactus over here is edible.
Depending on the time of year, some more than others.
Yeah, it depends on what's growing on the cactus, but yeah, cactus is edible no matter what. It's and that stuff is everywhere down here.
But I know something that a lot of barrel cactuses are not the best for water, even
No,
though
they
that's
are
the
not.
best.
You want water, you got to go with the saguaros. But the problem is with that is you got
Those are protected.
yeah, they're also extremely heavy, and they if the one lands on you, you're pretty much toast.
They weigh about up to a ton. I heard.
Yeah, the big old the old ones. Yeah, when you walk around out there and you see a saguaro cactus that's like 2 foot wide, don't get near it
Yeah, because it can
because
collapse and
half
kill
that
you.
cactus is dead.
Yeah, they weigh up to over a ton sometimes. I heard, especially the ones with the big arms and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you get like I said, when you get those big ones, stay away from them. They from a distance they look small until you start getting closer, and you're like that thing's like 30 foot.
It's
They
like
get
this big around or
huge.
better, like bigger than this, like a
Yeah,
tree.
they are huge.
And just like Widowmaker in trees, it could kill you. But
Except a
I mean,
widowmaker in a tree doesn't have 10,000 spikes that'll stick you like a porcupine landed on you.
sort of like a honey locust.
Yeah, no touchy.
A honey locust has got the big spines, like that long.
Yeah, no touchy.
Yeah, those things will touch. I actually had one. I stepped on a honey locust thorn. It went through my shoe. I got lucky. It went straight between my toes, my big toe, my middle, second toe, and out the top of my shoe.
I've done that on an 8-inch nail before.
Oh, this was not even a nail. This was just a freaking thorn, and I got lucky. I mean, it ruined my shoe, but it kept me. I didn't get, skewered.
Like I said, I've done that before. Left foot stepping on a board and didn't see a nail, and that sucker went right in between the toes.
And you're going, holy frack!
And I'm like, ooh, because your first instinct is to freak out the minute you step on a nail and the nail sticks out the top of your shoe. You're like, ooh, I don't know if I felt that going through my foot.
Yeah, I know. You stop and you assess the
You
situation.
Well, no, you stop and you step on the board with your other foot to yank your other foot off, and you rip your shoe off like your pants, like everything's on fire and you need to be put out,
And
just
you
to
look,
see if there's a hole in your foot.
see if you got blood flowing.
Yeah,
If there's no blood, then you realize, wait, there's no blood.
yeah, it's dead lucky when you get that sucker like in between, just goes whoosh.
That's
Right
what the thorn did with me. And the thing is, these things are naturally occurring. They're not something, they're not nails, but they're as thick and tough as nails, literally. I've heard some people actually used to use those things to help secure furniture.
Yeah, you can on softer woods, yes.
They used them as pegs. And I know that some people have used them for fish hooks and other things as well. And they've used them for sewing needles. They've used them for multiple things. Now, we don't have the cacti that you guys got there. That was it at the agave? That's not the agave. The one that's got the long strings.
Oh, that's like half the species of the damn cactuses over here can do that. You just like bite into like the top of it and just peel it off, and you'll get, depending on the length of the blade of the cactus, you can get up to like 2 to 3 feet worth of sewing material.
Which you can sew pretty much anything.
Which, mind you, you do have to kind of trim down because the section that you bite, you got to bite into a good amount of it to pull out the fibers. And then you got to kind of whittle it, like slimline it down. So you basically have a short, you're going to have a short needle.
But, that's all you need.
But those fibers are stupid strong.
Oh, yeah. And you could use them for sutures. You could use them for sewing
I would hate to use them as a suture, but if the pain of getting stabbed by a cactus needle 14 times versus bleeding out, I'll take the needle 14 times.
Oh yeah. And the fact is, for emergency purposes, the cordage is worth it.
Yeah, you can. Well, that's what a lot of the natives used to do. They used to take all those fibers out and they would cut it off. They would roll it, and then they would twist them together, basically like a reverse twist, and that's what they used for a lot of their quarters.
Just like I do for bowstrings, basically.
Yeah, they would do that same thing with the tree fibers from like the inner bark.
Right. And the thing is, I mean, that's what I think the tribes that were in my area would have to do that, compared to yours would have the option to do both, I believe.
Yeah.
Because you had the tree, they had the trees and the cacti. We have cacti here too, but not like you do. Ours are teeny little things that look like this.
Yeah,
And,
like the standard round pad cactus.
yeah, that's all it is. Now, could you? Those are you can make into little pockets for carrying stuff like water and stuff, but they're not edible or anything like that.
Oh, they're edible.
I don't know about that.
Uh, no, majority of your cactus pads are going to be edible. It's just an acquired taste. I mean, if you don't want to eat it, you're not going to want to eat it.
Right.
But yeah, you can essentially peel them and turn them into like little bags.
One of the things I did today, that's what I found out about me being eligible for property now. I went looking for property, and I figured it'd be, when they finally let me go and they pay me to go away, so to speak, they pay me off, severance and all that stuff. I was going to use that money to buy property, pay for it flat out.
Yeah.
Then I was going to use the VA home loan to put the house on there, the property. So that way I don't have to, I'm paying for the house, not the property. The property would always be mine. The house, I'd have to make payments on. But at least it wouldn't be as much. Because I found a place that's like under 100 grand for 7 acres.
Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah. But it has an old trailer, an old house, abandoned house. And part of the property is in a flood zone.
Free water.
When in certain times of year, you can flood.
Still free water.
But it's nowhere near where the houses are. That's the thing. But it's plenty
Well,
of property to
they
hunt
probably surveyed that over a few years to figure out where the water is going to run, and that's probably why they didn't build the house where they built, or they built the house where they built it so they don't get flooded.
Right. And they said there's stuff left on the property, which I'd probably go through everything, the trailer, the house, and if I didn't need the house, I'd tear it down to the foundation. And put a new house on. Or if I didn't like the foundation, if it's not any good, take care of everything and put a new one in.
That's going to cost money.
Well, one of the things, one of my uncle owns a modular home company here in Iowa, and one of the things that his service does is they build basements for their houses at the same time. And what I would do is, I would have to, the money from the VA home loan would cover removal of the old stuff. And then I would be able to insert the new foundation in place. To start from scratch, basically. And there's already water and power on site, but just got to, only be put in a proper septic system, and everything else is good. And he even got plenty of land to either set up a garden. I could do hunting on it, all that fun stuff. I could do bushcraft stuff on there if I wanted to. And it's not too far from a creek where I can go fishing if I needed to, which is not bad. But it's not on the property, though, unfortunately. That's just right offside the property. But that's neither here nor there. I've got some stuff to finish it through first.
Yeah.
Because I got to wait for the doc to do what he has to do, and the physical therapist did what he had to do, and he found out I can't kneel, can't put pressure on my knee at all.
That sucks.
It does.
To me, that sounds like a bad surgery job.
No, the thing is, the doc said everything was healing nicely, but it's like a 7% of all knee surgeries, same kind of surgery, 7% of people have the same issue. And it's not something it's not common, but it does happen. And once I get down, I can't get back up, and I'm in pain until I can figure out a way to stand up. I have to put everything on my right leg and try to finagle my way to stand up because I can't use my left knee to push up.
That sucks.
It does. So one more reason why I can't do bow drill.
Do bow drill on your other leg.
I can't kneel.
Can't on your other one.
I can't get up if I tried.
That's why you roll over.
Yeah, well, if you get a fire going, I can't even get that stand up. I'll be right in the middle of the fire.
No, at least you'll be warm.
Yeah. Actually, I think there's a method I might want to try. It's even harder than the bow drill. The hand drill.
Oh God, yeah. You have to. I've tried it. I'd rather do bow drill.
I still want to try a method that you can do that you and I can do, Cliff.
Drill.
Hand drill. I gave you
Drill or
two.
pump drill?
Huh?
Hand drill or pump drill?
Pump drill would be cool, but I'm thinking hand drill. Using the actual, the hand drill that I gave you.
Oh, that style of hand drill.
Yeah, just put a proper stick in, get your hurt and everything, and just do it this way.
No, I mean you could. I gotta find where I put those. I cleaned one of them, but I gotta redo a bunch of. I got to fix something on it.
But I would love. I have never seen anybody do that. I've heard people could do it with power drills.
Yeah, I still haven't done it with a power drill. I actually gonna try that one of these days to see if I can actually do it.
Because I mean, I've got two different types of drills. I've got my Craftsman battery power drill, and I've got my DeWalt hammer driver deal. And I would think either one of those would be awesome to see what they can do with that.
Yeah, I've got the D.A.V drills I can do with that, but I just keep forgetting to try it out. I'll remember, and then I'll get distracted by doing something else.
I do need to make some more char cloth. I used all my char cloth the other day. So I'm gonna have to make some more. Buy some really cheap handkerchiefs from one of the craft stores. Make sure it's 100% cotton, and start cranking out some char cloth.
Yeah, go to the thrift store, Goodwill or whatnot, and buy a pair of jeans.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Cut them up into little squares, stick them in a tin, and there you go.
I can do that. I can go over to the D.A.V store because they got those big bins that people can dig through.
Yep.
And just pick out a couple pairs of the smaller kids' jeans, I guess.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no nylon or anything in it.
Oh, that'll get cooked out even if that'll get smoked out regardless.
Yeah, but I'd rather not have to deal with this extra smoke if I didn't have to. But I need to make like 4 or 5 tins of that stuff because I'm not out. Now my sparking stuff is I still need some more flint. Still haven't been able to find anything local because we don't have flint in Iowa. We have what they call chert, and it's related but not the same. The quality's not there in my book, and I can tell the difference by the way when they spark. But I got a challenge for you, Cliff.
Okay.
Hand drill, both of us. We got the same kind of hand drills. Try to get a fire going.
Like I said, I got to figure out where I put both of mine. One of them's actually broken. I got to figure out a way to fix it.
I'm trying to remember where I put mine. I know it's in here. I think it's on my shelf over here, but unless I have it on that shelf over there, I just not sure. It's on one of my shelves, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
And I'll try it, but like I said, I got to figure out where mine's at.
I've got to set it up for the earthboard. I'm going to do it while sitting down, not on something and using a table or something, because there's the only way I could do it, because I don't think I could do it kneeling. If I had a picnic table, it'd be even better, but I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But see if I can get a fire going, because I mean, if I do that, that means I don't have to worry about bow drills.
Yeah.
because I mean I can't kneel. I got to find out good alternatives for someone who can't kneel. I mean, yes, I got my flint and steel. Yes, I have my ferro rods, even my lighters. You know, not this one, mind you, but this one's dead, which is why I like.
Yeah, surprisingly, since I started carrying around this
This one here.
freaking little mini ferro rod on me, the Exotech ferro rod.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
I don't carry a lighter on me anymore for some reason. I used to always have a lighter on me because it's always convenient, but I always carry this little guy, so now I don't even have to worry about it. And I actually have started fires with it before.
I've got the big ferro rod, the one I use for my dad. I got from you. I mean, I've got this one. I've got the Colan and the magnesium bar.
I've got tons of these damn things, and I'm all over the place.
Well, this one's my fancy set. I don't bring my fancy set out that much, to be fair, because this one here I bring out at rendezvous and stuff, Cliff. And I haven't used it in a while, but it does
90
spark
degrees
really
on
well.
that shit, and I won't even strike this bastard. Oh shit, I almost caught myself on fire.
Don't do that. You're the one who usually tells me not to do that. And I still haven't done it yet.
Well, I wasn't expecting. I forgot that thing actually shoots sparks pretty decently.
Right.
Again, I mean, it shoots sparks. Yeah, I'm not going to catch myself on fire. At least I know it still works.
I still got some more jute string, though, Cliff.
Say what?
Jute string.
Oh, yeah. Stuff's easy to get.
Oh, I still have this, too.
We've got a whole whopping one person watching.
Yeah, it's probably me.
Or me.
Now, the one thing I do have a lot of that you I'm not sure if you do is put this one here. Are these?
No, I don't have the giant bobby pins or safety pins.
These bushcraft pins.
Sorry.
I mean, I've got bigger than that, Cliff.
Yeah, bigger doesn't necessarily mean better.
No, I've got smaller ones too. If I can remember where I put them.
I mean, I could just go to Hobby Lobby and get a whole bunch of those things.
I picked up a 6-pack for $2 at the flea market last year. Oh, that's where that went to. My really good piece of flint. That's a nice piece, as you can see.
Yeah, it's almost like a shark's tooth.
This right here was originally about this big, Cliff, and I broke it up for a reason. Because I had multiple steels that needed more flint, so I just broke a big piece up and started using it in smaller pieces. Now, where's it on this side? I got that magnet with that little spinner thing. Here's the big one.
Yeah, I don't need a safety. That's usually what a lot of bushcrafters will take. They'll do those big novelty ones, and they'll use that for when they're doing their stuff for the wool blankets.
Yeah, but I got a 6-pack of these right here, and they work great for the wool blankets and stuff. I mean, I've got my blanket pin in here. And so
mine wanders off, and then I find it, and then it wanders off, and then I find it again.
And I've got my decent one of those. I just got to remember where I put my freaking blanket pin from time to time, because I grab it and I use it for a while, then I put it back, and then I forget about it.
That's my problem. Wow, sorry.
It's this thing here, Cliff, with the bearing block.
Oh, that bearing block.
Yeah, I'm using it in conjunction with a magnet, which means I got a place to hold it, like that.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. And it's right next to my all my needles, which I have taped up. But unfortunately, I'm stuck inside my case. Even though I taped them up with duct tape. Oh, there they are. See? These are my leather needles. I didn't have any other place to figure out a way to do them because they got some big ones, as you can see. Got the really tiny ones all the way up to the big curved ones.
I think.
Oh, found it.
I think my blanket pin's actually in that box.
Cliff, found it.
Yeah, I think mine's in this box over here, but I'm not digging through it right now. I don't feel the need to.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's not of relative value right now at the moment, so I don't need to grab it.
Yeah, I've got like 3 blanket pins in here at least, if not more than that. I don't pay it. I mean, I have a bunch. I just haven't been paying attention to them, to be fair. Here's more pieces of that flint. This is all from the same rock, by the way. Some pieces are bigger, some people are not. But this is how you can tell they're flint. Look at the color on that.
Yeah.
And
I have
that's
like 1 or 2 pieces.
And it gets really, really freaking sharp. And you can use this to use it with your ferro rod, by the way. This works with ferro rods really easily.
Ooh.
What'd you find?
Oh, nothing. Just
You
searching
went
random
ooh.
stuff.
Come on. You don't go ooh for no reason.
Ew, yeah, it can either be ooh or ew, depending on what I'm looking at.
You said ooh, not ew.
Yeah, it was a Harbor Freight coupon thing for members.
I don't have a membership for Harbor Freight. But when I go there, I mean, I found sextants there. And everybody said,
Harbor
they're
Freight
just
sells
junk.
weird stuff.
But it was a brass sextant. I got it for a friend of mine for her wedding gift. She does Renaissance fairs, and her husband do a pirate, persona for their cosplays at Renaissance fairs. And I thought it was a very appropriate gift for a pirate.
Yeah.
And it was, it's a sextant. It's cool. You don't see those very much anymore. The fact that they had them at Harbor Freight. They also had a brass compass too, but I didn't really care for that too much, to be honest. Oh, and I also have, this in there too. My Yuko matches.
Yep. I have one of those somewhere. Again, I just don't know where I put it. I buy stuff and then I place it to places and I'm like, oh, I'll use this for a kit, and then I forget where I have it. But I also have too much junk in here.
Mine is that I'm not very organized.
I have like a small house's worth of shit in one tiny room.
Right. So you wouldn't be able to use one of those little trailers if you wanted to. You wouldn't have the room.
Yeah, I'd have everything would be stuck in there.
Yeah, but I actually had a reason besides, Outdoor McGee had one of these when he was doing his hot tent videos and stuff. So I got one of those. And then I found another one at the bin store for $2, but it's an indoor one, an outdoor one that the suction cups to a window. I can't use a carabiner with it, unfortunately. Though I might change out the carabiner like this one is, because this is kind of a janky carabiner. But it does work really, really well.
Oh yeah, that's the Accurite weather station.
Yep.
They're pretty decent.
Oh, the other one I found is an Accurite too, but it's a different style of Accurite. This one here I paid $13 for. One of the few things I bought brand new. And now that Scott's got his stove, I'll just sell him this thing. By the way, I love that patina on that. I think it looks cool. A little smoky color,
Oh yeah, it's like a weird kind of brass copper color.
Yeah, this was bright silver. It was like this color originally. No, but I found out I didn't need this after all because the one it came with works just fine. And so I just took it off and Haven't used it since. But didn't get a lot of soot in there too much, as you can see. And if that's 2.36 inches in diameter. So as Bill's thinking, it doesn't close off it completely. See, there's a little air, little circle of air around it, but it's better than what it, not having anything like he does, because those flames, you lose half your heat that way. You'll be burning through your firewood so freaking fast. I'm not sure if we were Jason and I were talking. I'm not sure if we talked with you about it, about trying to convince Johnny to do a hot tent video in Hawaii.
Oh, I think we were mentioned that something like last week.
I think he should. I mean, they do get snow there.
Yeah, once every like 40
No.
years.
One of their mountains gets snow every year. It's high enough. Trust me, it's where their weather station is, and there's no trees, and it gets below freezing there every day. And when that moisture comes off the ocean, it snows. And you wouldn't think to see it when you see somebody surfing down on the beach, but they get high enough elevation, they get snow. Just because of the convection. Was it convection? Or was that induction? I get them mixed up. Grace would know better because she knows that kind of thing. I think she used to work at those kind of weather station thingies in Korea. You okay, Cliff?
Yeah, I'm just tired. I actually decided to do a little bit of yard work today. Well, not a lot, but watered all my plants. Had to drag a couple plants out to spray the bugs off. But man, I'm just tired. I didn't do anything yesterday. I just sat around the house, just lounging around.
You didn't do any of your video games?
I just sat here and kind of chilled on the internet and watched a couple episodes of Netflix stuff, and then kind of.
What are you watching on Netflix?
Currently watching Fallen Sky.
I think Jenny's been watching that one. She was watching that one earlier.
Yeah, I'm almost on season 5, and it is not getting any better.
Jenny was watching the new Percy Jackson series. I was watching it a little bit before my live started when we ate our supper. It's okay. It's a little different.
Yeah, I don't have. Was that on Amazon or Disney?
It's on Disney Plus. But Roku, you can get it on the Roku channel though.
I don't have Roku either.
Roku's not that bad. But the thing is, one of the characters, Clarice, the daughter of Ares, was given a crew by her dad to run the ironclad ship like they did in the movie. One of her crewmates is it's a retail guy, which is really freaky because Ares only takes the people who lose in battle. He gets those guys. What did the retail guy do to get put in, have Ares in charge of him?
Lost a battle.
Yeah, but what battle was he in?
Battle of store pricing.
Well, Jenny said he used to work for Blockbuster.
I mean, keeping that store alive was a battle.
Well, I mean, I can understand that if he was corporate, but not the retail sales guy.
Now, corporate ain't got jacks going. No, it's the guys at the bottom of the ladder that keep companies running.
Well, I get that, but I mean, when they were going up against the digital, revolution when it comes to videos and such, there's no way they could have won. But I'm trying to figure out what particular battle they were in for him to qualify for Ares' attention.
I don't know.
I mean, Jenny and I thought, oh, Black Friday, something like that, That's a battle. But
Yeah, Blockbuster never really did Black Friday
I don't know. I mean,
because Blockbuster was technically a rental place, like for the longest time, and then they started like you could buy stuff, but majority of the time it was just a weekend place you'd go for the weekend, rent a couple of movies, watch them with your significant other or even your buddies, and come Sunday morning you would go take them back.
right. And I'm just like trying to figure out who her crew was. And I don't know much about who.
Hey, Doug is here.
Hey, Doug. Long
And
time no
sadly, I'm not
see.
staying too much longer because I'm bushed. I'm tired. I want to get some sleep again.
Oh, yeah. Sleep is definitely in
It's
the
already
menu.
9 o'clock, or well, 10 o'clock your time.
10:03.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly. Well, I could ask him the same question. What is your preference between bushcraft camping and modern tent camping? Or do you have a no preference? I'm kind of curious.
Oh, sure, darn it, pretty nice she is.
No, so like I said, I was just going through I was watching it, and it was just all these different generals and stuff who lost battles and stuff from a guy who was in the Odyssey and all this other crap. Then they got this one retail guy, which makes no freaking sense.
Who knows?
I know I'm going to be looking for that one for a while. Then I got to figure out what's his story. He's not even a main character, but I want to find out about him. If that makes any sense, which is really stupid, And like, why do I want to find about some dead guy, on a ironclad ship, which makes no sense.
Yeah, I could not unfortunately help you on that one.
I know. But still, it's just like, and this just, I don't know. And Jenny says she sure heard that he was supposed to be from uh, Blockbuster, but I have no clue because they don't say, because they're getting ready to go into the Sea of Monsters like they did in the movie, and I don't. I know it's not my normal thing to talk about, folks. I'm sorry, but it's just really weird. But I think we're going to end it here because Cliff is dead on his.
Yeah, I'm not dead on my
dead
feet.
on
I'm
his
just
seat. Dead on your
darn.
seat. Because you're getting ready to put your head on your arm and collapse in your desk.
Yeah, I'm close to the point where if I pull a U, I might fall asleep.
But I go back and when I
Yeah,
do
that's what I'm
that.
saying. If I do that, I might fall asleep.
Well, that's why I lowered the temperature in here. I opened up my closet, which for some reason it's not as insulated on that side of the house. And when I open up my closet, it lowers the temperature in my office.
Oh, I did that. I
actually
would definitely want to fall. I would definitely want to go to sleep. I like sleeping when it's cold. I like being warm when I'm sleeping, but I like sleeping in the cold for some reason. Yeah, that's just me. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna
We're saying be well,
wander
everybody.
off.
Thank you all for coming. Doug, thank you for coming in. Even better late than never. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe. I'm showing 6 people in here for some reason. I don't know how that's happening, but thank you all for who's all here.
Yeah,
Please
don't
give
know. I
your,
closed out on that side tab a while ago.
if you did do you have an opinion about between modern camping and bushcraft camping, put it down below after this live is over. Just put it, put your preference and why. I'm just curious. I mean, Cliff and I have done both. We have a preference for tents in the two of us, but not much on camper tent.
I can do tent camping. I've done pop-up camping. I mean, it's a lot better than sitting in a tent trying to figure out whether or not your tent's going to collapse due to the wind. But
that's true, and you can handle more colder weather with like snow and things like that to a point. But we'll discuss that more later in a different different live, not today. So I'm going to say thank you all for coming. Be well, be safe. I love you guys all, and we're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Slamwich.
Peace out.